What up, everybody? We're back again.
Ahoy there.
What's going on? Welcome to the Upper Smoke Podcast, week number 4.
Number 4.
I know, right?
Can't believe it's been a month already.
I know. It's
Doesn't
crazy,
feel like
yo.
it.
It's crazy. So what's up today? What's
You know
going on
what?
with
You know what's funny? Speaking of that, for this to go by that fast, it seems like once Tuesday hits and we do this show, that week goes by so fast.
It does.
So it's like 3
It
days.
does.
It's because it's something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So
well, I know
we got
have an
some
update.
really, really good news. Dan, go ahead. Tell them the really good news.
The merch is officially live. Now, at the end of the video, I have the steps on how to get to it. It's in our About page for the channel in itself. Obviously, right now as we speak, this is not a monetized channel, so you won't find it directly underneath. But if you want to support us out, that's the best way to do it.
It's amazing. The merch
Yes.
is great. Thanks,
Tons of
Craig. We
everything.
really appreciate all the hard work you put into it.
Absolutely.
Thank you
And
so
there's a
much.
lot more to come, too.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have a
Phone
lot of
cases,
ideas.
I'm super
everything.
excited. I can't wait. I'm gonna buy some of it for myself.
It's actually
I can't
bad
wait.
for us because like it's so much stuff on there. Like
I want all of it.
one of everything. Yeah. So
I
now
want
we
all of
got
it.
13 to 15 different shirts that come in 13 to 15 different colors. So
I know.
I know.
You know, you can't confuse pink and purple again because it clearly states on there.
Yeah.
Cry just said hey on the chat.
Hey, Cry.
Cry, thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
thank
you.
Thank you. So,
I don't care what
like I
color
was
it
saying,
says.
you can't confuse pink and purple again.
Well, if your eyes see a color and you see that color and I see the color, doesn't mean that you're right or I'm right.
That makes no sense.
It's my shirt. I paid for it. If I order red and I say it's green, it's green.
That makes
I paid for it.
that.
That's like a lady saying that you can't tell her hair is not hers because she paid for it.
So the same way how when you order a red Lamborghini, it's going to show up blue.
Right.
But it's red because you ordered it in red.
Exactly.
Who paid for it?
Technically, we did.
It's true. I'll give you that.
All right. So I know we got a lot of topics to go over today. Just give us a brief synopsis, Glenn, of what you're going over today.
So I'm going over mostly like vacation stuff, casinos, you know, where you go and
I love
spend time and do stuff like that. Yeah, it's a good way to burn time and burn money.
it. Burn.
Yeah,
Burn,
it's always
definitely-
good when you win though.
Definitely
So.
burn money.
Yeah, but it's just the experience to be able to talk about.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. You can't see what's going on off camera, but Mike just made a very valiant point. I'm not
Listen, to be honest with you, it could be see-through. I don't care what color it is, as long as I have it. After I get it is when the color's gonna change.
True.
It's gonna look something like these shorts right here.
What? Where's Waldo on acid?
Yes,
On a beach.
yes. What do you guys have?
Those
Well,
are the most ridiculous shirts.
I
I've
know
ever
a lot of my questions will come down to the state in general, just the state we live in,
All right.
seen.
which is New Jersey. So
Yeah. On this state.
there we go. And I know Brian here has some really good questions.
Yeah,
that's
we're
come up
going
later
we're
on.
going to go over some more politics because I took a break last week and I'm getting angry, so it's time to trash sippy cup Biden again.
Okay.
He keeps fucking up, so he keeps giving me a lot of ammo.
So now I've been noticing the last 3 episodes we've been parched. Are we gonna crack this bottle to begin with?
Yeah, I
again?
think we could do that.
We could, we
Let's start early. Dan, go.
But here's the question: which do we start with?
Oh,
Because we also have a special treat from our producer that he wants us to try.
that's true.
Yeah. So,
All right, so it needs
let's
time
get
to
that
cool
after the
off.
break.
All right.
So we'll hit that
So
after the
the
break
shot
then.
glasses you see in front of us are on hold for that, but we do have glasses on our tables here to the side.
Happy birthday, Bri.
What?
Happy birthday, Brian.
What?
If y'all haven't watched last week's episode, that
It's
was last
birthday
week.
all month. This month's not over, so it's still yours.
I'm good, thank you.
Oh, well, fuck you then. Yeah, it's happy birth
happy
month.
birth month. All right,
As
fine.
Cry would say, Merry birthday.
Merry birthday.
There you
All
go.
right. So, Dan, why don't you go ahead and break out the drink that we got for today? Even though it sucks.
Well, we're gonna need some. We're gonna need some of them cubes too, Dan.
Yeah, we got those metal ice cubes. that stay
Get to
cold
it,
forever.
Benson. Sorry.
Oh, you're gonna get smacked.
Oh, bullets!
Whoa,
I'm
whoa,
being
whoa,
hit.
whoa, whoa, what the fuck?
Oh, that one's good. Hey, Dad, we're gonna give you this one. Don't worry about the particles.
This thing is literally steaming.
Look at that. That's just
This
cold.
is our ice. This is the ice we're using. Man, this
It's,
thing is
uh,
cold. Like.
Little metal cubes.
Oh, you go first, Brian.
What? I never go. You brought the bottle, so I guess I'll go over it then. Nah, that's Dan's. He threw it. It's his. It's his
Kiss it up
problem.
to God.
So you bought us today Patron Cafe,
Yes.
which is a coffee flavored tequila.
Liqueur.
It's not a liqueur. Oh, it is a liqueur.
Mmm.
Oh shit! Look at that.
See, red shows intelligence. Blue, stupidity.
Where's the other ice cubes? I got none of this shit. Y'all get fucked. Give me that one.
There you go. Now, when you pour this, gotta pour it on a nice angle.
Why?
It's a little thick.
It is.
Yeah.
I want that much anyway. I'm not a huge coffee fan anyhow. What
Well-
the fuck? It's like medicine,
It's
bro.
like molasses, but it's
Well, we also
better.
have creamer to it.
Yeah.
If
You
you
gonna
would
add
like.
creamer to yours?
Yeah, I'm gonna add cream to mine. Hell yeah.
You don't need more than that if you're gonna add creamer.
Okay, I guess.
Yes.
I've had Patron Cafe before, but I'll try it on its own again.
Oh, you know what our next drink should be? I hope somebody suggest that we do Hendrix gin so we could do our cranberry and pineapple.
There's the cap right there for you. No, wait, we're gonna try it on its own first and see how gross or good this is. Oh. Wow, you got a little heavy-handed there, champ, huh?
2 fingers.
2.5, maybe.
Why you want 1 finger?
Right there. All right, gents.
Shout out Patron.
Yeah, shout out Patron, especially Patron Silver.
Guys,
Episode number 4, gentlemen.
absolutely.
To health and family.
And to cry.
And to cry, yep.
Indeed.
And to our producers in the background.
Behind the scenes, writing shit. Come on, I know you guys got something for that board.
We're getting flipped off. Yep, this just tastes like chocolate coffee.
But it's subtle.
No, it's not.
You drink straight tequila,
Yes.
and you telling me that this doesn't excite you more?
No.
Hey, Glenn, you don't have any white gloves here.
That's,
Or the brown glove, for that matter.
we're looking for sponsors. If you have gloves, send them. Because I'm going to slap this bastard over here.
So I'm going to do what I want to do, and that's add some cream to this.
Now, let us know what color you get when you pour your cream in there.
It's going to be light brown, genius.
You mean tan?
Do a little swirl around.
Please spill it on your shirt.
Why?
It's not going to be as visible unless you spill it on yours.
Still about the same. But not bad, though.
Man, let me see that cream, man.
All right, here you go. Jack Wang.
Gracias. Hey, at least I said thank you.
Yeah, that's true. You did.
Yeah. Shout out my mom. She raised me well.
And that at one occasion.
That's all I need right there.
So, Glenn, yeah, what color is your shirt today? Because, you know, we were on that topic. And
Well, you know dogs can't see in color, right? So to me,
yeah, why don't you just say it's like magenta or some shit?
it's white and black. It's white and black.
It's black?
It's white and black.
Oh, okay. Well, that's true, though.
What he said. He's been drinking a lot more than us, ladies and gentlemen.
It will all be purple.
It's about to be brown once you spill that shit all over it.
You know what? When I was twirling this, I was like, if this splash me, you're going to fall out your chair laughing.
Oh,
you're talking about
absolutely.
this
Without a
shit.
doubt. Without a
okay.
doubt.
I have etiquette. I know what I'm doing over here.
There's no color for those shorts. Like I said, it's like Where's Waldo took acid and went to a circus.
This right here shows you live in your own skin.
Or you're coming out of it because you took too much drugs.
I like the stuff that somebody might see and say, I like the shorts, but I don't like the pattern. I'm going to say, well, I'm going to get them just because you're not going to get them. So I like to have the shit that nobody has. You have these? You have these?
Nobody wants them.
He doesn't even know the answer. You have these?
Hell no.
Do you have them?
I would never buy them.
There you go.
Hey, how much were they?
$7.
That's why I told him.
That's why.
There's
Well, that's with a discount. But I'm not buying no $35 pair of shorts that everybody else has. I'll pay $7 and have something different that's comfortable.
Bro,
and
if
these
you
are
bought
just as
me a pair of
comfortable.
those, I still wouldn't wear them.
Listen, this is coming from the same 2 guys that told me they would never wear Crocs.
nope.
They don't have them on right now, but you know last
Well, he
episode.
does. He got the Croc sneakers.
He went past what I told him to do. Took it to another
He
level.
evolved.
He's
right.
not wrong.
Right.
He
And I
evolved.
will admit this. Working where I work, I'm on my feet all day long for 10 hours straight.
Yep.
It's-
And that's why the
Worth it.
Crocs came in. Shout out Frank because he finally got a pair of Crocs for work. There you go, Frank.
Yeah, the tactical Crocs.
Now-
the camo ones.
What if I told you this? His is actually all terrain. There's 4-wheel drive on those Crocs. What if I told you that these shorts were the most comfortable shorts you'll ever wear in your life? Just like I told you with the Crocs. Would you guys try them on and say, wow, I could chill in these? You wouldn't sit in front of your game and sit in some shorts like this are super comfortable?
I got the most comfortable shorts at Walmart, bro.
Glenn,
Yeah, Walmart.
like
I got
silk.
some too. Not the sweatpant material ones, right?
Yeah, read that sign.
Bullshit.
Okay,
Now-
he needs to learn how to read.
See,
apparently, too.
here's the other thing. I mean, clearly it says "speak easy" in 2 words on his chest.
Yeah,
as
yes.
opposed to
if
the actual-
anybody knows how
yes.
to spell speakeasy is one word. So
It's one word when it's the name of a place, but if you're telling someone to speak easy, it's 2 words. That's what my shirt is. Whoever's having a hard time in their life, speak easy. Don't talk about the negative. Talk about the good you have going on. AC/DC?
what? Oh my goodness.
Cool,
Oh my god.
cool.
Please hold, guys.
That's what it said, not ACDC.
By the way,
So please don't sue us.
that's White Arm.
So please don't sue us, ACDC. That's
All right.
not what it said.
So-
Well, here's the other thing. We have a total of 15 questions today, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
14.
No,
15.
15.
What?
We have a secret question just for you.
And we will get to that after Glenn's questions.
Yeah, you're gonna like it. It's a really good one.
Make that 16.
All right, hey, 16 it is then.
Yeah.
But no, this one is just for you though.
It better not be about my shorts.
It's not.
No, it's not.
Oh
No,
no,
it's not.
no, it's
All right.
not.
We had this primed for a week.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
All
you're
right.
gonna dig it.
I know.
You're
I
gonna
know.
dig it.
I know you bastards live.
I know you're in my house.
I know your biggest fear.
You want to go down that road? We'll go down
Somebody
that road.
in the chat, let me know what time PetSmart closes. Brian's in the market for a new pet. He just doesn't know it yet. Mall closes at 8.
Yeah, I'll get a little ferret. Those things are a little.
They
nifty.
smell
Do they really?
horribly.
Yeah, and they're weird. They kind of run like if a snake had legs, that's how they move. My wife's
Honestly,
brother has one.
all
They're
right.
weird.
But they stink. They really.
Yes.
I used-
What happened? What happened?
Can we talk about me and Dan carrying Glenn on cod last night?
Oh!
Right.
Yeah, that's right, Cry.
Well, let's talk about it.
We
So-
don't talk about the 20-minute streams you do.
yeah.
Well,
really.
yeah, I had a malfunction going on there.
That was before the malfunction.
Yeah, really.
That was an
You
hour
go
and
on.
7
Hey guys,
minutes.
I'm here. Peace. I'm out.
My first stream was an hour and 7 minutes.
That was your
They
first
second
stream.
one was 7 minutes.
And then it messed up. I got back on, started playing, and then it logged me out again 3 times.
Real quick though, just to let you guys know, Mio also commented on the chat. She's like, "Hey, you guys have a manual teleprompter now."
Yeah, I know, right? It's very, very
Uh-oh.
true.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, he's breaking out the pen now.
Oh no, this
All
is
right,
gonna
so
be
yeah,
dangerous.
let's talk about how you know we had to carry you in COD last night. You were talking
Whoa.
a hell of a lot of trash.
You can't say we if you were in the top 5 for the first time one time. Then you
I
went
was
right back
above
to
you
reality.
every time.
Wait,
Listen. This guy played so good yesterday, I didn't recognize him. I didn't think he had the controllers in here because I will not lie. Dan is the man in Call of Duty. Yes. Bri, if it's 5 of us, you're number 5.
I don't play that fucking game. I don't play that game.
It's also very true.
Makes it feel any better, but it looks like Glenn doesn't either.
So,
5th.
so I mean, I don't play Call of Duty. So what's your excuse?
5.
You're pleading the 5th?
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's a good thing. You know, use your amendments. That's what they're there for.
Right.
Well, I'll use my first. Yes, sir.
All right, let's give him a little break. Glenn, go to your questions before we keep thrashing you. I guess we should name this one the hanging of on the cross of Glenn.
Run flats?
Right,
Okay.
don't touch my damn tires, bro.
Okay.
You know what's sad? You slash his tires, your car will probably break down the driveway. You drive a Ford.
It's karma.
Now look, we crucified him enough for like the past 5 minutes. Let's give him a little break and then we'll go back and we'll nail his other hand to the
I
cross.
hope you guys get over it.
License plate first.
It's a good idea. Where could that be? Maybe here. Look, ask
Yeah, check in
Cracked Out.
there.
Where's Waldo?
So, first question: what possible thing could you add to your life to make your life easier?
Make my life easier.
What would make your life easier?
I said I'm not gonna beat you up right now. So, well, I mean, I think the obvious answer is money, but money can't really buy everything.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, that's a tough question to answer. In my, I just don't know. What would you do, Dan? What do you think would make your life easier, other than money, maybe?
I'll tell you one thing. with everything going on with COVID and whatnot, work-wise, if I could damn clone myself,
Yeah.
you doing the job with 3, 4, 5 people
Right.
at times.
Yeah.
Now, granted, there's a possibility I just wouldn't do jack shit to begin with. But that would make a huge difference.
Yeah, cloning oneself isn't a bad idea.
It's not.
Then I can stick my clone to listen to him all day, and I can be free. I mean,
I'm gonna know it's not you. It's
No,
just
the
clones
only
have
other
some
thing-
type of defect somewhere.
The only other thing I could say would be gas prices going down.
Yeah, that's what I'd like to see. I'd like to see the gas prices go back down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, at that point, we would just watch the 2 clones fight over each other.
A small loan of $1 million. That's what. That's all you would need is a small loan of $1 million.
I think to make life easier, it would have to be you being your own boss. Because you think about it. If you
that's
think about it,
stressful shit.
That's
not.
stressful.
Think
Nah.
about it this way. If you're working for somebody, you have to follow guidelines that you don't agree with. That's already hard in itself right there. If you're your own boss, of course, running a business, making it successful is going to be hard, but it makes it easier if you're following something that you think is right. You're not going against.
So who's your boss at that point? The government. You have to follow their rules and their criteria.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean,
it all falls on you if you mess up.
that's true.
And you gotta chase other people for your money. That they
So does it still sound like it's making your life easier? Or is
Yeah,
it-
because
What?
if I have to follow somebody else's rules, right? I do it your way, and then it doesn't work out. You have the option to tell me, well, it's your fault. What made your job? What made your job harder? Nothing. But I got to do what you tell me I was wrong with.
It wouldn't. Okay, so if I theoretically, if I was your boss and I said it was your fault, then there's a reason I'm saying that, though, because you screwed up.
Not necessarily.
How not?
Because if you have a company that says the customer is always right, and the customer is clearly wrong to all of us, everybody in this room, we say the customer is wrong. That person says, well, that customer wasn't happy. I'm going against you. Not what the customer is saying. So now your
but
life
is the customer truly always right though? I mean, there's sometimes when you just have to say.
But that's what I'm
Sorry,
saying.
you're wrong.
You do get some of those bosses where maybe they have something against you. Maybe they just don't like the way you are, or that you're open-minded about certain things, and they're not like that. So it's harder for you to have to work under somebody than for you to be yourself and actually control what your destiny is as far as the success in your company, the success in your employees. It's a lot easier for you to have to mandate that than it is to be under somebody going by their guidelines and their rules.
Glenn,
That's why I
do
feel
me
like
a
it'd
favor.
be easier.
Repeat your question again, word for word.
What do you think would make your life easier if you had it?
So you're saying that making your life harder is going to make your life easier.
Just
But
It's
why-
essentially what you just said.
But why would it be harder?
because
Isn't it
because
harder for you to
it's
have
the
to?
stress of running the business, though.
Would you rather be stressed worrying about you being able to be fired by somebody because you're going against what you think is right, or would you think it's easier for you to actually make that rule?
No, it's not even about that. It's about when you're in charge and you have employees, you're constantly stressed. Like, oh my god, I'm these people's livelihood.
Right.
I have to make sure it's a lot. It's a lot. I have to make sure they get paid because they got families to feed.
Right.
Dude, there's a lot of stress behind
There
that.
is a lot of stress there. But what's more stressful? You worrying about having to feed and keep somebody else clothed, or you losing your job and then your family
Yeah, but
is out?
you can always just get another job though. When it's your business, if it goes down, you're out millions of dollars.
Right.
You lose your job, you have unemployment, which helps.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
You own your own business and you go under.
I feel
you're
like-
starting from scratch again.
I feel like
Right.
it's one of
Yeah,
those
exactly.
things to it depends on the circumstances, because if you have, like I said, if you're in a situation to where you're doing everything that's supposed to be done by the book, but then this person has something against you, that's living hard.
Yeah, but that's life though. Everybody's not going to agree with
Right.
you.
So that's life. If it could be easier for you to have to call your own shots, and just say you own the business right now, right? And you've come from another business where you're doing the same exact thing you're doing, but you were under somebody else's rule. You say, all right, I'm not going to do this because I saw what happens when you do that.
Right.
Now you're here, you're able to eliminate that because you're more open-minded about it. Does that not feel like it would be easier to you than it is to have to be under somebody else's thumb?
Hey, Glenn, I didn't get my pay this week. Why is that? Touche.
Fifth.
Truth.
No. If you didn't get
I didn't get my pay this week. Why is that?
Yeah, I mean, there's a whole other plethora of stress, I think, behind running your own shit.
What you're saying has a point.
Yeah, it does.
But-
it does.
I believe at this point you're completely forgetting the other side of that coin.
All right, so let me ask you this then: are you more comfortable working for someone, or are you more comfortable being your own boss?
I think there's pros and cons to each one.
But which one would you rather do?
But there's no easy road. Your question is to make life easier.
Right.
Neither of those is making your life easy.
One is gonna be easier than the other, though.
No.
I don't think so. I think they're equally as challenging. Either you're the one who is following somebody else's rules, or you're the one who has to constantly enforce your own.
All right, so let me ask you this then: just say Amazon, the owner of Amazon, right?
Fuck Jeff Bezos. I'm sorry.
He might have worked. He might have worked for another company that did something similar to that. He's working for someone. He had other rules over his head. This company is saying, well, we're not going to guarantee you Prime. We don't have none of those options. It's just this, and that's what it's going to be. And this guy's thinking, well, if I do Prime and you're able to get your shipment this time, or you can try on clothes for 7 days. Other company says, no, you're either going to buy it or you're not. That doesn't work. This guy said, all right, I'm going to branch out. I'm going to do this. Of course, it's going to be harder because you have a list of employees. You got a list of other things you have to pay for. But you're able to branch out to where it's easier for things that you have on your mind. That's why it's a personal question.
I'm not disagreeing with you, though.
Right.
But I think that you're mitigating the other stress levels that go with owning
Right.
your own place.
For example, my answer, cloning myself. That's going to make my life easier. I can get double the work done.
Mhm.
Or double the sales. What downside is there to that?
The fact that there's another you.
Well, what about the fact that now you got to answer for one of your clones messing up something?
He can answer for himself. He's me.
But it's your clone.
Dude, this
So we would have
turning
done the
into
same
some Total Recall shit right now.
Because you just said, all right, listen, you just said if I open my own business, I'm allocating other problems. If you allocate other people that you're not in control of, you're doing the same exact thing. You have employees now. Your clones are doing what you do. So they're in coordinates with yourself. So it's the same thing as owning your own business. I own my own business. I'm responsible for these people. You clone yourself, which is you. You're responsible for what your clones do. They're not an actual person. They're a clone of you. They're a laboratory made individual. So you have to answer for that.
That's horrible.
Test tube babies?
Oh my.
That's
goodness.
what you say?
That's a thing, man.
It's in a laboratory.
But still, it's a real.
Cloning is just taking your own.
Yeah, you're right. Canceled.
I'm just saying, you're responsible for that. You're basically that. You're those clones' father in a sense. You're their mom and their dad. You're
All right.
responsible for them.
Well, before either Jeff Bezos comes and tries to hunt me down, or the
Hunt you down
entire
for sure. I love Amazon.
or the entire doctor community comes down and tries to hunt you down, go to your next damn question.
Well, before that, Mio also responded.
Oh, what's up, Mio? What's going on?
Howdy, Mio. All right. She said having to feed clone and the fact that we tend to shower at the same time, someone's going to get a cold shower. Someone's going to end up pissed.
That's true.
I know, for me, cold shower. Either way.
Yeah, right. Yeah, either way, she ending up pissed.
What would make your life easier?
Oh, okay.
I like that.
Using his amendments as they're rightfully done. So.
He has a mark in his mouth, so we can't ask him.
He's doing his producer thing.
Who's got next?
You do.
Yeah,
Oh, you
we'll,
want me to
yeah,
just
we'll,
finish
let's go down. We'll go down.
Do
each
something
other's
different
line.
today. Okay.
Yeah, why not?
I like that. When at a casino, what games are your go-tos for you? What would you rather play?
Go ahead, Dan. I don't know if you've been to as many casinos as I have.
I have not, but for me, it's Hold'em.
Hold'em. Yeah,
Texas
but those are
Hold'em?
usually tournaments, though. They're not like a standard casino game. Like, what's your standard casino go-to game?
I don't really have one.
Probably
Losing. I know when I go to the casino, when I start with roulette. Always start with
I
roulette.
can't do roulette.
And then if I'm starting to really fucking shit the bed with roulette, I'll move over to blackjack,
See,
get my money
blackjack.
back,
Blackjack, yeah.
then go back to roulette again. Like craps, I don't know how to play.
I don't know how to play poker
And
or
I'll
craps.
also play Let It Ride.
What's that?
It's another 3-card poker game. That is amazing drawing of Gurr.
Wow. Yeah,
Wow,
that
you
is.
just made my ADHD spike like nuts.
Wow,
Holy
that's crazy.
shit. That is incredible. Gurr right there,
That's
everybody,
insane.
from Invader Zim.
Mine's is either gonna be slots or blackjack.
You play the slot machines?
Mhm.
you ever have any luck with those? I never.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I did have luck with one of those virtual ones. Though.
Yeah, that's what I do.
I got $500 out of one of those. It was like the Escape the Excalibur Dragon
Really?
type thing. Yeah, I got like $500 out of that machine.
Yeah, I like slots because you just got to keep bouncing around playing that. Blackjack, it just got to be a day.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I'll tell you this though. I've seen Brian and I used to play cards, just regular cards, Uno or anything. We become cutthroat.
I don't take prisoners when I'm playing cards. Like Uno, even if it's just a friendly game, it becomes like World War III for me.
What
Oh God!
what
God
casino you like
forbid,
going
Brian
to?
and I are right next to each
I
other
mean,
too.
I went to the Revel in Atlantic City, the Showboat. I went down that whole strip in Atlantic City. The Revel was probably my favorite one. I've been to the casino on cruise ships. I've been to.
I feel like a lot of people don't win as much on the cruises.
$2,500.
Really?
Yeah,
Off of how much?
I went in with $100.
Really? Oh, that's a good come up.
It was a couple hours, but I got
Yeah.
up there.
At least you wasn't down.
Though.
That was your
Uh,
cruise right there. They
for
just paid you
me-
back for your cruise. Yeah.
for me. You know, I was too young when I went to the Luxor in Vegas, so I
Mhm.
couldn't really gamble there. And the Atlantis, I made a lot of money at the Atlantis.
So now I've never been to Vegas, but I'm planning on it.
Yeah, so
Compared to Vegas and Atlantic City, is it noticeably different?
yes,
Yeah.
oh yeah, without a doubt.
No, I don't mean like as far as like air and all that. I mean like casino wise.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because that's what Vegas is.
Mm.
Atlantic City is
Like
trying.
yeah.
yeah. Atlantic City's like a failed Las Vegas.
Yeah, because when I was a kid, Atlantic City looked a lot better than it does now. Like a lot of the stuff is closed down there still.
Yeah, well, you know, Trump abandoned the Taj Mahal a long time ago. You know, all you really got down there now that's worth anything is, I think, the Harrah's.
Oh, and Oceans. Oceans is like
Ocean
one of the,
is still open?
Yeah, they like remodeled that whole place.
Because I
It's
know
crazy.
when the Revel was going to close down, because they were like $6 billion in debt. They never made a profit from the day they opened.
Wow.
So I think somebody bought them out. I hope somebody did, because that,
Well,
was
my
that was a
question-
gorgeous hotel.
Here's a question on that then. The odds of winning something in a casino
It's a lot more than a scratch off. I know that.
yeah,
depends on how you play. The
yeah, but
scratch-off.
no matter what, though, I still think the odds are, no matter what, it's always in the house's favor.
I feel like
How
that's
are
why I
you
don't
six
do roulette.
that much in debt? That means that they were spending more than they should have.
Yeah.
Way.
You know what it is too. A lot of people weren't really going to Atlantic City like that.
Well,
Crime
because
had
it's
went up
dangerous,
crazy.
yeah.
Exactly, crime went up crazy. Most of the people that live in Atlantic City work at the casinos.
Yep.
And because they were being robbed leaving out of work,
Not to mention, like, the beaches were, like, there were heroin needles and shit in
Yeah.
the beaches.
Get this.
It's just not a place you would take your family. Not like
Yeah.
the seaside
yeah,
and,
yeah.
and places like that.
You got to
Get
go to
this.
Atlantic City
Cry
just
already
for that.
said. Never play cards with Brian and Dan. Got it.
That's right.
Does that include Uno?
That includes
Oh, that
Uno.
definitely
that
includes
definitely
Uno.
includes
You
yeah.
probably get all the draw fours.
No, I don't even need them.
No.
I don't even need them.
What?
What is it?
Why would you say that?
Well, at least we know now.
Fun when they know when they find it.
Now that I know, I'm not getting involved.
Yeah, really.
See, the thing is, we've been accused of cheating, but we never cheat.
did. Never cheated once.
I've never been accused.
Note to self: never play cards against Alex.
Yeah, really. No, I'm never gonna play cards with him now.
He said, I've never been accused, but I always cheat.
No.
That's
But
the
the-
worst.
That's
Like,
you know, I killed 13 people, but I never got caught.
to answer your question, I haven't really gone to enough casinos to say that I have like a favorite or anything.
you guys down for AC this year?
Why? There's nothing left.
I mean, where else are we gonna go? Like,
Vegas.
you guys want to do a Vegas trip?
Hell yeah, I'll go to Vegas. We'll
All
even
right.
bring the podcast with us.
Ooh.
I'd have to go
We'll
next
do
year.
we'll do an Up and Smoke podcast in Vegas.
Wait, you
baby.
said to go next year.
I'm out of PTO.
Well, no, like we're not talking about like right this second.
Yeah.
Well, this year, I'm out of PTO.
Well, this year's.
I'm 2 months away from my blackout dates.
Damn.
Get good.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Retail during back to school when I sell office supplies.
Get good.
Yeah. What he said.
So, what's the most you've ever won gambling?
$3,000.
500.
$3,000. That was the most. And my ex-wife took it all from me and spent it all.
So technically, she won.
It's the most money I lost. I lost maybe 1,500 was the most I ever lost. I won't. I cut myself off. I won't. I'll go in with 1,500, and if I start dipping into my own cash fund, you know, not the casino money, I'll usually just leave.
Yeah.
It's just not that. it's
So
not my day.
you start at 15. Would you have a cut like
Well,
a grand left?
Yeah, and once I get to once I hit 1,000, I'm out. That's or even when I go in with like $100, if I
Right.
start tapping into my original $100, I'm out.
Yeah. So now going to just say you went to a casino, you had $200 in your pocket. What game are you going to?
To $200, blackjack.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
It's the easiest way to double your money.
Yeah. Fast.
Yeah, fast.
You just got to know when to get out though.
Yeah, well, that's with any
You're
casino.
gonna win, but so much.
Because eventually you're gonna see those pit bosses starting to circle around you because people count cards.
Yeah.
You know, as soon
Especially
as you
in
start,
Vegas.
Yeah, well, it's actually a federal crime in Vegas if you do that. You'll serve Fed jail time for that.
Wow.
It's crazy out there.
Just
They
to
don't,
try to
they don't
win
joke
some
with that
money.
gambling.
Except all that is math.
It is, but you're using math to rig the system.
I mean, that's what
You're
they're doing
using
to
math
us.
to
Yeah.
anticipate. You're using math to anticipate what the next.
So
part
this is my
Right.
place of business. I'm gonna rig you, and don't do it to me,
Yeah, exactly.
or the cops gonna get involved.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
All right, Glenn. What's your next question?
Best hotel you've ever stayed at, and why was it the best to you?
Oof. Oh man, I love the Atlantis, but I'll have to say the best hotel I ever stayed at was probably the Ritz-Carlton in San Francisco.
I'll tell you my hotel. You be like, the hell? What's yours, Dan?
For me, it was a resort. It's been
That's-
forever and a half since I've been there. I can't remember the name of it because I was still a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Disney?
No. It was in Kiawah Island in South Carolina.
Okay.
You were
That's
right
weird.
on the beach. Literally, it was like the nicest resort. Yet it was very simple. It wasn't over the top. You know, the room was phenomenal. But again, very basic.
All
Now,
right. So where's yours?
it's my question, but I'm gonna ask you before
Mimic
I
you?
say it. I'm gonna ask you before I say it. Would you consider a cruise being a hotel?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
well-
in that case, it'd be probably the Miracle, Carnival Miracle.
I love when I was little. We stayed at the Wilderness Lodge in Disney. That was
Mhm.
really nice too. I do like most Disney resorts are out of this world.
What about like log cabins or anything like that? You ever been to anything like that?
No, I don't think I have.
I kind of want to go to like Mount Pocono somewhere, stay in one of those cabins like in the middle of the woods, and just like.
Pocono's
do
too
everything.
close to call it a vacation now.
Yeah.
Ray, comment on the chat.
What's up, Ray?
What's up, Ray?
Hi guys. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening to you too.
Ahoy there.
I swear that's his like normal phrase.
That's what's gonna be on my shirt.
Yeah.
on your shirt.
Yep.
That's gonna be on your ringtone on my phone.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good one.
Yeah, you
Ahoy
guys-
there.
ahoy there.
Ahoy there.
Yeah. That's a good text tone right there.
Yeah, that is.
Ahoy there.
Especially when my text says ahoy there. Then your Google tells you, Glenn said ahoy there. While the ringtone is saying ahoy there.
Wait, no. Ahoy there. Ahoy there. Well, fuck you too.
Well, that's why I need to get fucked on mine because that's definitely my.
Well, you guys got Android, so you can do all of that shit.
I could.
I'm
Hell
limited.
yeah.
I'm limited.
Well, that's because you went with a crapple.
Bum bum bum.
What's your best childhood memory?
Shit. Well, Dan, go ahead because I gotta think of that.
Take your time. Don't hurt yourself.
For me, it was the summers growing up. My parents owned a shore house in Point Pleasant on Ocean Ave.
Now, I'm glad you said it about the summertime. Do you guys feel like when you were kids, summertime was a lot hotter and a lot longer?
No, it's fucking hot out right now, dude.
It is, but when we were kids, summertime it was more sunny days than it was rainy
That's because
days.
we knew what was coming afterwards, and that was school.
He's
Once
got a
August hit,
point.
I feel like my summer was over.
That's because the school was right around the corner.
Now, also keep in mind, the older we get, the more time flies.
Yeah.
Yeah, a year feels like 6 to 8 months now. When I was a kid, a year, I gotta wait a year for another birthday. This is gonna take forever. Now it's crazy. I don't want to see a year go by anymore. To get older, not even that. Just having kids and seeing them get older. That's like,
You know what I think it is too? Is the fact that when you're growing up, you're in school. So school just dragged.
yeah,
Because you didn't want to be there.
yeah.
Correct.
Most people don't want to be there. So, it drags on. Well, it makes it feel like it's dragging on, at least.
So Price says that Hilton has a new hotel called The Loft or something like that. It's super nice. It's north of Kansas.
Really? Where's that at?
Probably in Florida somewhere.
Where's that at, Cry?
I'm gonna say Miami.
I'm gonna say Texas.
That
Texas?
sounds like a Texas
That
thing.
sound-
Either Texas or Ohio.
Hmm.
Or in that
I could see.
3 hubs for that kind of thing.
Yeah.
What you
Where
say?
exactly in
What you
Ohio
said,
would
Cali?
be?
No, I said
Columbus?
I agree. I think it's probably in Texas. That sounds like a Texas thing.
Annie Gray said majestic elegance in Dominican Republic.
Oh yeah, we stayed there. Yeah,
What was it?
Majestic Elegance in Dominican
I've never
Republic.
been there. How was it in Dominican?
It was a nice hotel.
Well, how was it the Dominican Republic in general?
I've been to the DR. It's fun.
You ever been to Puerto Rico?
No,
Been to Mexico?
part of it.
Okay, it's like that, but just a little different vibe. It's more like Jamaica than anything else.
But Jamaica was dangerous as shit when I went.
It was
there.
yeah. You couldn't leave that resort either.
Really?
The crime over there is crazy. You gotta think Haiti's right there too. So you got a lot of people. Dominicans and Haitians don't really get along like that, although they're on the same island. But they look identical. Like you would never know a person from Dominican Republic is not Haitian or vice versa. But the problem was the resort was so big and there's multiple resorts all together. But if you leave out of that area, they tell you got to be very careful because the people that's in that market either don't work there and they're just trying to set you up, or they're plotting on you. Besides that, I mean,
What? Oh, no. I wish you guys could see what's going on back there. Our two producers are cackling like little kids back there, writing this funky shit on the board. They even drew a damn Pokemon.
And spiked your ADHD.
but yeah, Dominican. I'd rather go. I don't care what destination vacation I go to. Cruise is always gonna be the go-to.
Yeah.
I don't even have to get off. The days at sea are my favorite part of that whole
I agree.
thing.
I agree.
Cry's response to that too with the
Where's that
thing.
Cry?
It's correct.
Kansas City. All right, we have to,
Damn.
have to go check that out.
That we do.
I landed in Kansas City for like 30 minutes just for a layover.
Never even been to Kansas.
Ain't missing nothing.
Why not?
Shout out Kansas City, but yeah, you're not missing nothing.
Shout out Kansas City, but
Well,
you
they
know,
beat,
you
they
ain't
beat
got
the
shit to do
Patriots.
there.
They beat the Patriots, so I don't got nothing to say but good
Beat
about
who?
them. The Patriots.
Some garbage?
No, Patriots.
Yeah, garbage.
That's all I heard come out of your mouth.
You a Giants fan too?
The fuck you think?
I hope not. You seem like you would be a Jets fan.
He's not a Jets fan.
That's worse.
Nobody's a Jets fan. That's worse than being a Patriots fan.
How many rings you guys got?
Yeah, I know exactly. I think they just give out tickets so people will hopefully show up.
all right, hold on. Go ahead. What was your question?
How many rings do you have?
How many of those did you win over us?
How many rings do you have?
How many rings did you win over us?
The ones you won still didn't get you past how many rings we have.
That doesn't matter though.
Except we got ours by beating
where-
you.
where
Without
the-
Papa Brady,
All
you
right,
ain't shit.
so listen. You got your rings beating up a broke leg Tom Brady, old Randy
you
Moss.
mean a cheating Tom Brady? Deflate gate. Tom Brady couldn't win shit without cheating.
Yep.
You guys were a wild card and won it all.
That's fine.
That means you sucked the whole season and
Don't
And we
matter.
cheated.
still kicked ass.
Still beat your team.
All right, so again, how many rings do you have?
What is it? 5, 4?
Five.
4,
No,
5.
Don't try to say 5 because you're in hopes of another one. It's 4.
Ravens, go Jets.
Huh?
Oh yes,
Go Jets.
Ray would be a Jets fan.
Come on, Ray.
So Ray, Brian's getting those hours cut. Right?
Come on, Ray. Get on to Team Blue.
Hold up.
Why you looking over here?
Both y'all, hold your hands up. You don't got no rings. You don't got no rings. You all don't got no rings. Shut up.
Oh.
I played for New England Patriots.
That's why they lost to the Giants.
On his PlayStation 5 that's broken.
Exactly. Hey, I was there. That's my 5.
I thought you said you had 6 now.
Oh, I do. This is a special one.
What's the special one?
Do you believe in karma or bad luck?
I believe in karma. I don't think I believe in bad luck, though.
Why
luck
do you-
is what you make it.
Why do you believe in karma?
No.
No, it's not. I don't think it is the same thing.
I don't
though.
either. Bad luck is just a superstition thing to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Karma is
Like if you break a mirror, it's just a broken mirror.
right. Yeah.
Karma,
Salt
on the other
spill.
hand, is.
But if you treat someone like shit your entire life, something bad's gonna happen.
What do you think causes that? The universe or just what do you think makes that happen?
I don't know. It's just.
I don't believe in either one.
circumstance. Really?
You know why? I feel like things only happen that you allow yourself to be involved with that could happen. So if you speed in the car and you crash, you made that happen. You enabled that. I don't feel like something's out there that's just waiting for me to do something, and then it's gonna say, okay, well, you did this, I'm gonna get you back for that. Anything that happens in your life, you put yourself there.
Okay, I agree with that.
What'd
too.
you say?
I'm a firm believer in whenever shit is hitting the fan, right? Something good's always around the corner.
Exactly.
And that's always the case.
Right.
And whenever something gets too good and too comfortable,
Then shit hits the
something will
fan
shit will hit the fan.
Right.
The Lord works in mysterious ways.
You know what? You know what I think it is too with life and in itself. When you go through bad things, it makes you appreciate it. You have to start off good. You go through bad shit, and you get back good. And you say, I
Right.
never want to end up there again, so I know what I don't have to do. It's life lessons, not something that's just out there waiting for you to
Yeah, it's
do
not some
something.
cosmic
right.
power.
Right. Yeah.
There is just straight up bad one.
Why?
You could be the nicest person on earth, do nothing wrong, and they're still gonna do some shit.
That's not. I don't think that's luck though. That's just another person.
Being
People
a-
don't like
being
to
an
see you
asshole.
doing good, so it's jealousy.
At that point, that just means the people you're around are
Right.
the
You got to
people to be
surround
around.
yourself with like-minded people.
Right.
Alright, say you're driving, right? You have perfect driving record. You've done nothing wrong your entire life. Nothing. You're the golden child. Drunk driver comes to you. Bad luck.
Deer jumps in front of your car. Bad luck.
Yeah, Glenn.
I don't think that's luck
Driving
though.
forward, bad
That
luck.
deer was there before I got there, and I was on the road before he got where he was.
Someone actually crashes your car while you were shopping. Bad luck.
Is it,
That's negligence though. Like,
Craps on your windshield.
that's just a
that's-
bird
that's-
nature.
Car
Yeah.
craps on you.
That's
Same
again,
thing.
That's just a bird nature, though. I mean, that's. I don't know if that's bad luck. If the person, don't they say if a bird shits on you, it's supposed to be good luck?
you got to think, what makes something be bad luck? Because it happened? Like,
yeah, I guess that's what it would be
They
defined
have
as.
for no reason.
it's always a reason for it. That person was drunk. That's the reason. You just happen to be at that place at the wrong time, and it
That's
hit you.
that's your bad luck.
Being at that spot at the wrong time.
That is no luck.
So what is it if that drunk driver swerves, misses you, and hits somebody else? What is that for
Karma
you?
on his side, but it's luck. It's bad luck on your side.
That means you got good luck on your side, bad luck on their side, whoever you actually hit.
I don't know. This is some.
I just don't believe in. I
Some
believe
mythical shit.
you're.
Yeah, this is
All right.
mythic shit.
So I feel like it's more or less something to where it's in your life story. This is what everything's lined up to be.
So
You might be
like how
50
it
and win
was
the lotto.
So how it was like in ancient Greece, how the Sisters of Fate had your life predetermined, something like
Right, right. Everything that goes on in your life is already determined for you by the universe. I feel like the universe controls everything. Energy is everything. You're either living down here doing negative stuff where all the negativity is, or you're living up here doing everything right.
Well, then at that part, do you think there's divine intervention?
Yes, I believe in that. That makes sense. Like I said, because of energy is everything. Negative and positive has a reaction. Negative and negative has a reaction. Positive and positive has a reaction. If you're living your life doing positive things, keeping positive people around you, you're not going to have negative thoughts because you're not surrounding yourself with negative things.
Unless you're dealing with bunches.
Yeah, there you go.
This isn't science, it's like what you believe.
that? Yeah, no, nobody's going to discredit anybody with what they truly believe. But
Right,
It's just our opinions.
right.
If you truly believe that there's karma and bad luck, hey, good for you. Good for you.
All right.
I hope there's not. But
Yeah, I hope not.
Well,
you're
I don't know about you
judgment's
guys.
coming for you then.
I don't know about you guys, but it is a little hot in here. Would you guys like to take a quick 5-minute break?
It
and we'll
is a
jump into
little
my
warm in
questions?
here today. Yeah.
So we apologize, guys. It's like what 90 high
98.
90s
It's
outside.
that
and
wonderful Jersey humidity.
stupid humidity. So we'll probably take 2 breaks this whole podcast. We'll use
Yeah.
the first one now, just kind of go cool off. This room obviously does get hot with all of us in here, so we can always
A
go.
lot
from
of
there.
electronics.
Yes.
When we come back, though, we're going to crack open that special drink that Alex made. And, why don't we start lighting up our cigars
When we come back.
when we come back?
All right, cool. And then I got Glenn's question.
Oh, I can't wait for
Oh,
that.
So
I
wait, you
can't
gonna go
wait
to
either.
that question first
Oh,
before your
fuck
5?
yeah.
All right.
Fuck yeah.
So I'm gonna answer it now. 5th.
No, it's not
Nope.
that kind of question.
Let him ponder.
It's not that kind of question, but all right.
And before we go, Cry did respond to the whole bad luck thing.
What's up, Craig?
And Glenn, your dad also responded
Oh,
on the
okay.
chat.
What's going on?
So, Cry said, "My mom tells me that my ancestors pissed off a gypsy, so we have bad luck."
okay.
I mean, that's a possibility.
Sounds like a lot of holes.
Oh, Madam Zeroni coming for you?
All right, and Glenn, your dad, best hotel he's ever stayed at was the Celebrity Reflection cruise ship.
See, another cruise. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I'm
Never
going
been
with
on a
too.
cruise, so I can't count that
You
in.
got to get on
yeah,
one.
yeah, bro.
You have to.
I say we even
Everything
go on a
you
cruise before we
need-
go to Vegas. Honestly.
Yes, everything you need is right there.
Up in Smoke podcast at sea.
Oh, I love
That
it.
is one expensive live stream.
Yeah,
In the middle of nowhere.
live from the middle of the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah.
All right,
Like a
guys.
dinghy.
On that note, we'll take our quick 5-minute break.
Stay tuned, y'all.
And welcome back, guys. So, we have a little concoction here. This is from our producer. Anyone want to give any thoughts to what we were anticipating?
Looks like Pepto-Bismol, but it smells delicious.
That it does. Now, our producer likes to make these concoctions, and the last one we had was very, very, very good.
Tastes
Yeah.
just like apple pie. That
Oh
shit was
my
delicious.
god, yeah. So,
I'm excited.
further ado, bottoms up.
Bottoms up here.
That was a weak cheers.
That is good, but really strong.
That's why I took a sip, just in case.
It's in my beard. See all that?
That's a good problem to have.
It's good though. I like it.
That's very good. Very, very good.
What do you think, Nick? Man?
Glenn, what's it taste like?
Strawberry is in it.
Mm-hmm. It's
Maybe
with real-
banana.
There
Nope.
ain't no damn banana in there,
Nope.
bro.
Has a consistency of like grinded up banana.
What?
There is none. He's telling you there's none.
It's made with real fruit.
Strawberry?
No
It,
shit.
it has
Sherlock.
strawberry in it.
I mean, is that one of the fruits you actually use?
Yes.
It's the only fruit I used.
And whipped cream.
No.
Okay, I give up.
All right, so go ahead. Tell us what's in it officially.
Real strawberries, Bailey's strawberries and cream, Tasani cheesecake, and Everclear.
That's what that backburn was.
Yeah. Creeps up on you, slaps the shit out of you.
Just a little.
Because Alex loves to use the Everclear, the Devil Shine.
9%.
All right, so let's break out the cigars and then we'll go into
Yes,
the
yes,
special
yes,
question just for Glenn.
yes. All right.
All right, we got some good ones today. Just Glenn and I were watching a YouTube video the other day,
Yep.
and I picked out some Perdomo Reserve Champagne Blend 10th anniversary. I'm super excited. for this.
Another
This
nice
looks so
wrapper
good.
too.
You know, we were watching Nick Perdomo's YouTube page, and
Shout out everybody at Reloaders as well that's watching.
yeah,
Every one of you
absolutely.
guys that's watching and supporting, we love you. It's a
And,
nice size too.
Yeah, it is. And when I saw these, because you know he was smoking the other one, the original Perdomo that we had on the
Yeah.
YouTube video, and I saw these.
Yeah,
I'm like,
once you
oh,
saw that, you
man.
jumped on it right away.
Yeah, I
I
like it.
love the damn wrapper on this
Yes.
thing, too.
And we learned a lot too. Like we learned that you're not even supposed to take this wrapper off because they use like Tectin to put it on, and like it'll rip the cigar if you try to take it off.
And
Yeah.
we found another way to light the cigars. So we've been lighting them wrong this whole time.
Of course, because we used the wine thing wrong. We were lighting them wrong.
Actually, no, I found out we were using it right.
what?
There's two different kinds. There's one that goes in the bottle, then there's one you actually have to hold.
So, in other
I
words,
saw
the-
that Bottle King. You have to hold that one.
Oh, okay.
Now,
Oh, this smells.
so Dan, you
delicious.
didn't get to watch the video.
All right, I did good, right?
Yeah, you definitely did.
Yeah.
So what you're supposed to do is actually hold the cigar over the flame, not in the flame.
And just toast the edge.
Keep twisting it around until you get an even burn. Let it sit, and then hold it over the flame again while you're puffing it, and then you should see the flame shoot up.
Right.
That's when it's burnt, where you want it to be, where you want it to be at.
Right. So you toast it, then you snip it, and then you light
So,
it nice and slow.
toast-
Still above the flame. Don't put the flame directly on.
Yeah, it's right above it, like you're roasting a marshmallow.
toast, cut, light.
Right. Right.
Never in
And
the
that's
flame.
from
Above
the
it.
Nick Perdomo
Yes.
who showed us on YouTube how to do this right.
All right.
And it's so
Okay.
you get not only the longer lasting out of it, you get its true flavor, not like that burnt
Right.
flavor.
And
what
you
do
don't
they
have
say?
to
You
keep
smoke down
lighting
here.
it.
So he was saying like you don't like because some people take the wrapper off ahead of schedule.
Mm-hmm.
I think what he meant is you can take it off when you get to that.
Right. It's because of the oils in your finger tamper with the flavor of the cigar.
That's usually what I do. I wait till I get
Yeah.
really close to it.
Yep,
and then,
yep.
All right,
But-
so I'm excited. I'm excited for this one. Let me get my mic out the way here so you don't hear the flame going.
Yeah, Glenn.
Sorry.
Right in the mic.
So you just let the flame kind of kiss it a little bit.
And now I'm having lighter difficulties. Yay!
Nothing new, Dan.
Just my luck.
That's all right, I got you.
Oh, there we go. And it's out.
So see how it's kind of like just toasted a little bit there, just around the rim. You use that one there. Then you cut it. And again, if Nick Perdomo sees this and I did it wrong, just let me know. Now I know he likes to use the guillotine cutter, but I still like that V cut.
Yes. It's preference.
And now just let it go like that. So you let it flare up. It's gonna take practice. I'm sure I still fuck mine up somehow. But
Make sure you get a good even burn on it though. Noticing your embers kind of lopsided, Glenn.
Yeah, I messed up from the beginning.
well,
Lighter
you
got
know,
too
this
close.
It's like our first time doing this. So.
Yeah, we'll get there. But it does have an amazing flavor to it.
You should have this down by episode 5.
Yeah,
I know, right? We
That's
should have
our
had it
goal.
done by episode 1.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
should have did a little research, but you know, we're here now.
This is really nice,
Holy shit.
right?
Thank you, Rick.
Well, you know what? Hang on to it just in case you need it.
So is this one soaked in champagne?
I don't think it is, but I think it's called champagne because of its color. Maybe I don't know if it is soaked in champagne. This is probably my favorite one we've had so far.
Yeah, because it doesn't have like a peppery taste at the end of it. It's like more sweet.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Dan, it's time. If we had drum roll sound effects, I would definitely have them. Get that little sound bite ready too, there, Dan.
All right. Please hold.
Y'all gonna love this because I know I almost fell out of my chair. You have no idea what's coming, do you?
Or do you know what's coming?
Oh, I know what's coming. I know what's coming.
If it's a crazy
So-
question, you're fired from being my attorney, by the way. Your legal actions will no longer be
All
required.
right. So, Glenn, in the music industry, what's your opinion on autotune?
I don't have a problem with it.
Oh, we know.
Clearly.
The reason why I say that is because you got to think why you're doing the music. Are you doing it to be successful, or are you just doing it for a hobby? If you're doing it to be successful, you got to follow what the sound is. Now, if you're able to actually sing, like T-Pain, if you can sing without auto-tunes and you can sing with it, nothing wrong with that. You're selling records. That's what the obligation is in your contract, is to sell records. Now, if
Wow.
the sound is auto-tune,
I
get
mean,
involved.
Do we have a little sound clip? I don't know if it's T-Pain, but
Oh, it's T-Pain.
oh no, it's not. I don't think it's T-Pain. What's that little sound like? So Glenn happens to have a little YouTube music video out there where he is heavily auto-tuned. I mean, you put T-Pain to shame there.
It's actually pitch correct, not auto-tune.
No way.
The guy that produced it is the same guy Dan just fixed his Stream Deck.
That's
That's pitch correct.
no shit.
It's pitch correct.
That sounds like auto-tune though. What's
No,
the
no.
difference?
Auto-tune is more computerized than that is. Pitch correct just adjusts the certain pitches in your voice that crack and shit like that.
Alright.
So
And not
in
to
turn,
back that
it's
up.
automatically tuning your voice.
No, it's correcting. If you hold the note and it
Correcting
breaks
the
a little
tune of
bit,
your voice.
right? Well, not really the tune, but the pitch. Pitch correct, not tune.
So how come you never decided to tell us that you were internet music sensation?
How many views does that have?
320,000.
No more to say.
God damn.
All right.
The song's on the radio, 105.1, Hot
No shit.
97.
Is it really?
Now, how many downvotes does it have?
2.
18.
how many thumbs up?
278.
Yeah.
Numbers don't lie.
All right. All right.
So you got to follow the wave,
How
and
many
that's
times
what we
did you
do.
refresh
So
the
what
page?
made you do that?
So, I've been doing music for a while. A lot of people in my family are musically inclined. I went to school for music. We just came, we were in the studio listening to a bunch of different records like we were doing to try to find the theme song for us. We were doing the same exact thing. That song came up. We bought the license agreement to it. We actually owned that actual song. So it's on every major platform, and then we shot the video. So this is at a time
It's a
where
low production video. Though.
no, they actually shoot Fetty
mean-
Wap's videos.
Oh, yeah, but you're no Fetty Wap.
Shout out Fetty Wap and fuck you, Bri.
I mean, you're
But
not.
no,
I mean, what? You just rented a Rolls Royce and some random girl for that day?
we got 2 models. We got the Rolls Royce came in from New York. That's not even the car that we wanted. We actually, the song was called Charles Rolls Henry Royce. Those are the 2 guys that came up with the Rolls Royce concept. We wanted the Wraith. Guy caught a flat tire coming over here, busted up the whole suspension on the Wraith, and ended up bringing us that. So
Oh, I bet you he got fired.
it was his. He's the guy that owns that company owns all of those cars.
I don't know, I guess he
So
got fired
it was
himself.
$400 for 2 hours just for that car.
No shit.
Yeah, we went
We are in
all
the
out.
wrong market.
Yeah, really? We have to play. We have to start supplying cars to wannabe rappers over here.
No, artists, not a rapper.
Oh, sorry. Wannabe artists.
SoundCloud.
Oh yeah, we're on SoundCloud too. Thank you.
Shameless plug.
But yes, I don't have a problem with auto tune. If you're doing a melodic record, then you want your voice to flow with the
Yeah, but
the
like it
music.
worked for somebody like T-Pain though. But I think he sings better without it.
Yes, that's the craziest thing.
He
Can I
sings,
just
but
say
again,
this?
it's
Master
about
Sarah,
selling
yeah, when
records.
he was on the
Fuck
Master, did
away.
you watch him on the Master?
Oh yeah, with the
Dude.
Sam Smith song.
Yeah.
T-Pain started a trend when auto-tune had been around since Michael Jackson used auto-tune.
Mhm.
T-Pain, he amplified auto-tunes because of the type of songs he were doing. Once Jay-Z put shade onto auto-tunes, that's when people were saying, "Oh well, Jay-Z's Jay-Z, so now I'm gonna go whatever Jay-Z's saying." Not like you weren't just dancing to this last week. So I feel like if you're in the business, you obviously got in the business to make money. If you got to follow that trend, you got to follow that trend.
All right. All right. So little surprise we found out, huh?
A little bit, but I'm glad you did because my view just went up one more. Thank you, thank you.
Glenn, let's hear you drop some bars.
Oh, this will be good. Yeah, I got
That'll be
no.
great.
Fifth.
You can't,
Sissy.
you can't do that.
That was his bar.
That's my bar.
Fifth.
That was like.
Fifth of what?
The 5th bar out of those 5 amendments.
Well, all right. Well, other than that, I do agree in some aspect. Like, I'm not too fond of autotune myself. I prefer that natural aspect of it. I mean, look at Queen.
You listen to that. That's that fucking EDM shit. That all that is
Hey,
auto tune.
hey, where does my genres go when it comes
When
to
you
music?
listen to
All over the
EDM, your
fucking place.
eardrums get beat up so bad you don't even know what auto-tunes is at that point.
Depends, though.
I never really was a fan
Depends
of
on
EDM.
the style.
There's a couple songs that I like. That's it though.
Like a
other-
handful?
yeah, but other than that, it's just like a migraine.
EDM is just straight for a mosh pit.
Yeah.
That's it. It's just designed for you to be in a helmet getting punched in the face at a concert. That's it.
Yeah, that's pretty much the festival you go to, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, over 1 million watts in the face.
I mean, no, I'm
We
not.
shook a town 8 miles away.
Well, yeah, bass wise, EDM, like that's probably the max bass
Mhm.
sound that you can get right there. But I just like to enjoy the music where I can hear every instrument in there, not to where I'm being slapped while I'm hearing the song.
Then an artist you should listen to is Illenium.
What is it?
Illenium.
Yeah, even I agree with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Illenium
he's
is
good.
very melodic.
Yeah.
So it's actually like,
A lot of shit's like relaxing and whatnot. Yeah, I agree with that. I'm not a huge fan of that kind of music. I'm really old school.
Me too. I
Like-
prefer like Temptations,
Yep.
Stylistics,
Queen.
Queen, AC/DC.
Frankie Sinatra.
Yeah, I like that kind of stuff too. Bohemian Rhapsody, all
That's
that kind
Queen,
of stuff.
dipshit.
Yeah, I'm just naming records now. Certain songs, like you get artists that come out and they're in their own lane. Then you get to a major record label and they're controlling what type of music you're doing, and it's nothing like what you were
But
used to
doesn't
hearing.
it kind of piss you off? Because it pisses me off that people don't respect the old music like they used to. Because
I know.
without that, you wouldn't have what you have today. And I think a lot of today's music is trash.
A lot of today's music, the beat is everything. What's being said doesn't matter. Before, music was actually music. You had words that matter. It was stuff that you could possibly relate to at that time, which is why you
Like,
enjoyed
if
it.
you listen to Temptations, Papa Was a Rolling Stone, it was mostly just like spoken.
That was like a 9-minute song,
Yeah.
and 3 of it was instrumental, but it was still a great song. That's
Yeah,
one
it
of those
was.
that you'll always remember. Who do you think is the biggest artist of all time?
Oh. Logically, I would probably say Michael Jackson. Other than that, in America, I'd probably say Elvis. Because even before he was famous, he was making that money just off his voice alone. And he actually was too risque for TV at his time. They had to film him above the waist because they didn't like the hip gyration.
Did you know that Elvis stole a lot of Chuck Berry songs?
Yeah. Yep.
So I'm gonna go with Michael Jackson. Male, female. Who would you say?
Oh, Aretha Franklin.
I'm saying Whitney Houston. Had the best national anthem of all time. Just in that by itself.
Aretha Franklin's respect deserves that respect.
Whitney Houston outsold Aretha Franklin.
That doesn't mean anything though.
She has her own category. She's the queen of soul.
Right, Motown.
Whitney Houston is the queen of R&B and
Well,
music.
If you want to go
itself.
like Motown, the king and queen of Motown is James Brown and Aretha Franklin.
What about Jackie Wilson?
I still think James Brown smacks him out the water.
Yeah, he did have a lot. He did have a lot.
You know,
there.
I was trying to actually go to his funeral because it was open to the public.
Really?
Yeah, I love James Brown.
I like Al Green and Marvin
I
Gaye
do
too.
like Al Green too.
Luther Vandross was up there, but he
Mhm.
just didn't have enough number ones to be in that category.
Louis Armstrong.
Louis Armstrong too, yeah. But female wise, I'm gonna say Whitney Houston. Do you know the craziest thing that I just found out? It's a handful of people that went diamond, like they passed platinum and all of that. Fetty Wap is one of them.
Really?
He's the only other artist in New Jersey besides I forgot who that person is. There's like 5 people that went diamond. He's one of them.
You have Bruce Springsteen, who's from
Yeah,
Jersey,
yeah.
and you have Billy Joel. He's from Hackensack.
I think Michael Jackson went diamond too, but Fetty Wap was on that list too.
Well, that's good though. It shows you that he put that work in. Where
Yeah.
most artists nowadays, it's pretty generic sounding shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. There's not one newer song out there that I'm like, oh, I gotta hear this.
You know what's crazy? Here, an artist like Fetty Wap. Fetty Wap had a good run, and then now you don't hear too much from him.
No.
If you go overseas, he's over there doing shows
See-
like it's nothing.
Yeah, Disturbed.
Oh
all the
yeah,
way.
definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
Disturbed all
Yeah.
the way. I love that man.
You know what I like about them
Them,
is
Five
that their
Finger Death
music,
Punch,
their music is
Me,
so
Avenged Sevenfold.
crazy, but you can hear the
Avenged
lyrics.
Sevenfold. Yeah.
Rip
Yeah.
Rev.
Like if you listen to Disturbed Into the Fire, like that song for him, I don't know if you know what that song's about,
Mm.
but that song is about his I believe his wife who committed suicide, and that's why it's like
Well,
being dragged into the fire.
The
You know,
rendition
it's
of
deep,
Sound of Silence.
right? And that's his natural voice,
Hmm.
and it's amazing.
You guys know who the lead singer of Disturbed is?
I did
The name is slipping my mind at the moment.
know the name of him, but you know people like to think like metal and hardcore rock and whatnot, it's just like a bunch of screaming and yelling. But if you actually listen to the words,
That's why I like Disturbed, because I can actually hear what they're saying.
and if you listen to like Five Finger Death Punch, most of their stuff is like about veterans
All right.
and the struggles veterans go through.
Ray commented, "Kiss."
Yeah. Gene
Love Gun is
Simmons
my
all the
favorite
way.
song. Love Gun all day.
Really?
That's my favorite song by them.
All right. I agree. I like that song.
And
good
Cry
song.
says EDM. Best music.
So the lead singer of Disturbed is David Draymond, who's actually also a professionally trained cantor.
Really?
You know who would have been at the top of that list too? Kurt Cobain. He just didn't live long enough to be able to be in that category, but the music he was putting out, they were all bangers.
What about Linkin Park though?
I don't know too much about them.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know too much about them. Green Day, yeah.
Oh, Green Day ain't got shit on Linkin Park. And when Chester, oh my God, when he died.
Yo, everyone was, what the
Oh my
fuck?
God.
A lot of people hate on Linkin Park, but if you think about it, they're very special to the music community
Yeah.
because every one of their albums is a little bit different genre.
Mhm.
because they were trying to get into the Music Hall of Fame. And to do that, they had to be very diverse in their music. But they managed to pull all of it off.
Yeah. And I like what they did too. They mixed that rock / with the rap into it, and they were like one of the first couple people to do that.
What do you think? Who do you think was a bigger boy band? NSYNC or Backstreet Boys?
Insane.
In sync all the way.
NSYNC.
I mean, especially if you just look at Justin Timberlake's career now.
But why do you think that always happens? The lead singer gets up out of there.
I think it's because there must be a lot of infighting on who gets the spotlight.
If you think about it, every boy band, there's always that one person in the back that we don't really know if he can sing.
Yeah.
He just dances.
And Ego.
No,
yeah.
Ego's got
Ego's
to definitely
yeah.
play a large part in that too.
Like Lance, I don't think Lance can sing. I feel like they just recorded Justin Timberlake in about 5 different tones, and then you guys just dance and move your lips. Because none of those guys, I heard one guy actually go solo on there. Oh,
Destiny's Child.
Well, yeah, they had 4 original members. One person got kicked out because she didn't really do much. Other
That was,
person,
that was
Latoya
his
Luckett.
sister, though, wasn't it?
Who?
That was Beyonce's sister who got kicked?
Nah.
Michelle Williams?
No, it's not her sister. Her sister is Solange. Kelly Rowland,
Yeah,
and
but she's on The Voice now. And
Yeah.
I think England.
but she actually had a career after they split.
No doubt. Yep, Gwen Stefani.
Yeah, and Black Eyed Peas.
Black Eyed Peas, yep. I never liked them anyway.
I did. Will I am? I
Yeah.
met him in California. Fergie can actually sing.
I'm sure she can.
Just not
It's
that
it
national
wasn't
anthem.
my tone. Wasn't my thing.
Butchered that national
Black Eyed
anthem.
Peas is an interesting one because a lot of them did make it big and independently. Like almost all of them made it big independently
Yeah.
too. Maybe not in America, but they went
Yeah.
solo.
That's why
You
I
know
said
what's-
successful.
you know what's
Americans
crazy in
aren't
terms of-
supportive longevity with music.
Right.
They're
No.
here while you're popular, but
Gorillaz.
overseas.
Oh, Gorillas.
That's one guy.
Didn't Bruno Mars have a song with them?
Not that I know of.
They always wear the monkey heads, right?
No, it's the animated ones. The song's like it's called Clint Eastwood.
Ah, yeah. I know what you're talking about. All their videos always animated, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Who else was like that though? Like really innovative, like Gorillas.
Linkin Park was one of them because they did mix a lot of genres.
Eiffel 64, right? The 64 or whatever. What's the number behind it? I don't remember the number behind it. But they're the ones who sang that blues song that I was playing earlier.
Oh, when I walked in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of influential people that people just forgot.
Yeah.
And
It's
a
mostly
shame,
like
too.
the older ones. Like people don't remember David Ruffin. David Ruffin was like one of the best Temptations after the original Temptations. The guy that what's his name? What's the guy that made Dennis Edwards?
Well, I was talking. I don't. It was someone. I know I was talking to somebody at work, and Pink Floyd was on,
Mm.
and they're like, "Oh, who's that?" I'm like, "Pink Floyd." They go, "Well, who is he?" I go, "Pink Floyd's not a person." People automatically think like Pink Floyd or Leonard Skinner, they're a person.
Right.
They're not. They're a band, and actually, most of the original band of Leonard Skinner died in a plane crash.
It's like Richie Valentine.
Leonard Skinner actually has the highest death toll of any major band.
Yeah, they all went down with the plane. This sucks.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then the replacements all died too, and I think it's just Ronnie Van Zandt is the only original member left right now.
Wow.
The rest of it's entirely new. They've had like some ridiculous number of deaths within the band itself.
I didn't even know that.
Why do you think now you hear about Illuminati when it comes to music and stuff like that, as compared to back when the older generation with Motown and stuff like that were around? You weren't hearing stuff like that.
What
It
do you
was
mean?
strictly just this guy had money, started a record label.
What do you mean Illuminati? Like that
So-
conspiracy series thing?
Right. So like they're saying that the Illuminati. So when you have an artist that comes out, it might be a SoundCloud artist. Then he starts doing like demonic things, and then his career takes off. And they're saying he's being backed by Illuminati. Same thing with like Martin, Eddie Murphy, Jamie Foxx. They were all having to be men in dresses. That's what they would do. They said that the first stage of showing your what's the word I'm looking for? Like your loyalty to the Illuminati was you had to go through humiliation. You had to go through sacrifice. So you had to sacrifice, like Kanye West's mom. She had a surgery that millions of people have all the time, and she died getting a breast reduction. And then his career took off.
No shit. But he also had that massive car accident too.
Survived. Yeah, that was before his career took off. All of this stuff was happening. Now you have a sacrifice. Now you go to another level. Same thing when you see like the Illuminati eye is like the all-seeing eye.
Mhm.
Jay-Z's Rock Nation logo is the all-seeing eye.
Well, I mean, That's like saying, do you believe the Vatican has assassins that go out and assassinate, specific religious targets?
Mm.
Do you believe that? I mean, it all depends on what you believe in. I mean, if the Illuminati is a lot like the Freemasons and stuff like that, where they sit around a table and they talk about conspiracy theories all day long,
Right.
like how the Twin Towers was rigged. That's your interpretation. There's no way we'll ever know what truly happened, but it's an interpretation.
Yeah, we're not privy to that kind of stuff.
And there's the all-seeing eye, as Mike drew it over there.
Yep.
I mean, maybe it's real. Who knows? Maybe
Something,
there really is an
it's something you'll
organization
never
out there.
know until you actually run into
You
it.
heard of reptilian people, right? Like, you ever heard that saying? That's what that comes from. They're saying that you see like certain interviews you
Yeah,
watch,
I've heard
like the
of lizard
Justin
people.
Bieber.
She works at she works at the White House. Her name is Nancy Pelosi.
Fifth. Nah, but yeah, I mean, who knows what's out there?
I
Like,
know.
Who's next?
All right. What's something you'd like to see happen in the state of New Jersey and why?
I'd like to see it get separated from the union and sink and burn.
I would like to see New Jersey become an open carry state.
Yeah, right.
That's-
Even when a Republican was in charge, and calling old fat boy a Republican was a stretch. There's no way New Jersey would ever become an open carry state. I mean, I hope, but I don't think it's ever going to happen.
with that question being asked there, if you guys were rich, would you stay in New Jersey?
No,
No?
there's nothing in this state that makes me want to stay.
So why do you think people that from New York, a lot of celebrities from New York live in New Jersey now?
Because
Because
it's
it's
cheaper to
cheaper
live here.
taxes. Where would you rather live? In Manhattan, where you're going to spend triple the amount, or New Jersey, and you could just travel to Manhattan every day?
It's because of the land.
That too.
Yeah,
They want to actually be able to have land and property to drive their cars
right.
and live in a relatively private life.
Where actually is the Hamptons?
By upstate New York.
So that's New York
closest
State,
to-
right?
Yeah, New York State.
So would you live there before New Jersey?
Yeah,
Even with the tax being different like that?
yeah, because it's not the city. It's not Manhattan. So the taxes are still separate.
Right.
So the taxes that you would get in Manhattan are different from the taxes that you'll get in upstate. Now, because it is the Hamptons, there's still elevated tax brackets and all that other stuff, but still, anywhere. I would live anywhere but New Jersey.
My thing is, I'd like to see Jersey to become more of like a free state, but that's not going to happen.
No, it's not. Unfortunately, it'll never happen.
We're too close to New York City for that.
Right.
Everything that they do rubs off here, and vice versa.
But we're super close to Delaware too.
Delaware isn't as free as you think.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it has a lot less restrictions when it comes, especially to like firearms and stuff.
Oh yeah, Commonwealth state too. So
But you move over one state, Pennsylvania, and you have the same amount of gun rights as say a gun sanctuary like Texas or Florida.
right.
But New Jersey, you'll never ever see that in Jersey. Never see it in Jersey. It's just
And I think that's what I'm disappointed about, is the fact that we have our rights and our amendments.
we barely have rights here. We barely have rights.
Yeah, it's going in a whole different direction now for us. Like,
Well, then that being said, that leads into my next one. What's your thought on Governor Murphy with his executive orders this past year and a half?
Governor Murphy is a glorified hand job, and one that you really don't want, but you got it anyway.
yeah,
You know, none of his policies make sense. You know, he wants to ban 50 caliber, like for what?
Well, one thing I am happy about that I will applaud is the fact that we don't have to wear a mask anymore.
That he had no choice. He wants to get reelected. You think
You have to
would've-
keep in mind.
think full well he would have gotten rid of the mask mandate? Yeah, clown with buck teeth is right. That's exactly what Murphy is.
Yeah.
You really think that if an election wasn't due, we wouldn't still be stuck wearing those masks?
Probably would. Be.
You do realize that there's actually videos of him on YouTube and news reports where they asked him about the executive orders and the close downs and everything. And he's like, yeah, we didn't think about the rights.
Mhm.
That didn't come to our attention.
Yeah, he did. He gives zero shits about our rights, and that goes to show you exactly what the Democratic Convention
Well,
thinks
what
about our
governor
rights.
has New Jersey had that actually cared about rights?
Well, some can say Fat Boy Chris Christie did, but he fucking stripped everything away from our law enforcement when it comes to just pay wise. You know, our corrections officers are police officers and first responders, he froze their steps and
I
salary.
remember that. Yeah.
And then he had that bridge scandal. New Jersey's been fucked for a long time, and it's going to be hard for it to get unfucked.
That's why so many people are moving out.
You know, people want to go to freedom states like Texas and Florida.
You're getting people that's coming here that's dealing with way worse than what New Jersey policies are. So that's why they're navigating here. And then once they realize what's really happening here, they're out.
People are leaving major cities in droves because they're not safe. They're not safe. Manhattan's going back to the way it was, where you can go down Times Square and you're going to get hit. Either you're going to get robbed or you're going to get solicited by hookers every 10 steps.
You know, it's something that I actually was very happy to see. I saw this yesterday on TikTok. There was a cop there just minding his own business. Some random person walked up to him and tried to start a fight.
That's what's happening now.
And literally watching hundreds of people on their phones just sitting there recording it.
In New York?
In New York. And you had in Times Square. And you had a bunch of very, very honorable people walk up to that other guy and backed him away. And was like, nah, not today.
See, this is the problem, because they know that these prosecutors and these, people are going to just let them go. There's no crime. It's not a crime anymore to kick the shit out of a cop.
So we got a couple guys that come to the job that are New York police officers. The stuff that's happening in New York right now that we were talking about is like you're in Africa and there's a war going on. It's insane.
That's exactly what this is. It's an internal war. It's the Democrats and their agenda, their socialist agenda, and the way they push that through is they get rid of law enforcement because they don't want law and order, and then they disarm the people.
So they don't want law and order simply because they are the law and order.
Oh, in their
and they
opinion,
want,
yeah.
Do you us all being gun guys, do you think the person that came up with this trigger having to be a certain poundage realizes what's happening with that?
You're talking about the 12-pound trigger for
They actually
the
up to
NYPD?
15 now.
It's 15
A
pound
guy
trigger?
came in yesterday, bro. To pull his trigger was almost like you had a pinky trying to rack a slide. It was
Are you
insane.
serious?
Yes, 15 pounds.
Well, you know that they wanted to take away all guns from patrol officers in Manhattan.
But how you gonna do that when there's multiple people being shot a day?
They don't care about them. That's the problem. They don't give a shit if the police get killed.
Here's the thing.
Doesn't fit their agenda.
Gun control. You're making it harder for people who are legally allowed to have and own a firearm, along with any restrictions in regards to that, when all these murder sprees and stuff like that are happening are from stolen firearms.
Right. These are... Yeah, I quit them all with dildo batons. There you go.
The thing is, I always tell people this when I do classes. New Jersey, I don't know how other states are, but not being able to have a stand your ground law, not being able to fire a shot at a person unless they fire a shot at you first. If they have a knife and you have a gun, you got to put your knife away, and you guys have to have equal combat if you do have combat. I think New Jersey is designed for criminals or home invaders. Exactly. And the homeowner to either be prosecuted or killed. That's
Hey, look, if I'm going to rob you, I'm either taking your stuff or I get hurt by you. Either way,
And then I'm
I'm
taking
taking stuff from you.
Right, exactly.
Roll for I mean, it's getting to the point where this is just getting absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
And the fact that like Andrew Cuomo and all these other Democratic mayors and senators and governors are allowing this to happen in this country is it's pathetic.
You know what I really think it is? I think it's population control. Because
No,
you got to
it's not.
think.
No,
You
it's
got to
not.
think.
It's control. That's it. It's strictly just control.
That's what you think?
Just control. They want to be the next monarch of the United States.
Control
if they could,
and
they could be
brainwashing.
King Biden.
Would you rather a president control every state and say what
No.
can happen?
No.
You know what? Pause on
That's
that.
the whole
'cause we're
point
gonna
of this
get to that.
country.
We're
Okay.
gonna get to that on Brian's
Okay.
topic. Now, that being said, what state would you move to?
Texas or Florida. But I don't like the heat, so then I'm kind of fucked.
Yeah. What state would you move to regain your constitutional rights?
It's just off of constitutional rights, Texas.
I would agree.
Because and this is why I love Governor Abbott, every time that Biden puts out some kind of ridiculous fucking plan, he makes a rebuttal and puts out one that counters it immediately. So if
Like
there was a
matter
pistol,
of minutes and it's
if
out.
there was a like the mask mandate, he goes, "Fuck you, no more mask mandate."
Well, you like the cold too, so Texas does get really cold.
And guys, just to let you know, feel free to throw in the chat too. We want to know.
Oh
what your
yeah,
opinions
any
are.
questions you guys have, we're open for whatever you guys need to ask. We got answers.
Dan Crenshaw, the eye patch guy. Oh God, he's amazing. If you ever
He's
get
in
to
Texas.
if you ever get to watch Dan Crenshaw speak, it's like watching Ted Cruz. Like he's a very elegant speaker, and I mean he's very off-putting at first because he has that eye patch on.
Right.
But it makes it even more menacing when he speaks because you realize like you're
His
gonna pay
intellect,
attention.
yeah. Hey, so how you guys feeling about these cigars?
I love it.
I like it a lot.
I like it a lot.
You did a V cut on yours?
I did.
Wow, that's a nice one. You still got all of your cap left.
Mhm.
That was a good cut. And if you guys notice, we've been putting these cigars down and it's still lit.
Mm-hmm.
From doing it the way that they said to do it. Shout out Padermo.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was a Navy SEAL, Dan Crenshaw.
Oh
yeah.
wow.
That's why if you watch Fox News a lot, and he's a contributor to Fox News, he'll usually come in when it comes to like military stuff as well. He'll make comments on stuff like that with how the DNC is infiltrating the military and stuff like that. Making him read some nonsense, but I won't get into that because canceled.
Cancelled. Thank you, Jinx. That's stuck. All right, so then here is my last question. Do you think the United States should go back to the way it was in certain aspects pre-World War II?
Define what it was pre-World War II, because a lot of people might not know what that was.
Prior to World War II, the United States was very independent in itself, and it didn't deal with a lot of world problems. And if it did it
With
discreetly.
I
And
feel like the
style.
United States used to mind their business.
Right.
Exactly.
That's what it was.
Exactly.
And I agree. I think it should go back to that. We should be 100% energy dependent. The closing down that pipeline was the worst thing he could have done for this country. But he claims it's for climate change and climate change. But you personally allowed Russia to do it.
Right.
So what? Climate doesn't matter over there, or climate doesn't exist? So
It's
it's
global.
fitting his agenda. And this is what drives me insane with this administration. Yes, it should go back to the way it was. The U.S. should mind their own business with certain things, and it should go back to that version of government.
America
and Ronald
first.
Reagan should be president. If we could resurrect Ronald Reagan, he should come back as president.
Can I just say this? I love that that clip I found on YouTube. I'm pretty sure I know Brian's seen it, where he's in an interview and they're like, "You don't have enough time. Your mic's getting turned off or whatever." And he's like, "God damn it! I paid for this mic."
Ronald Reagan had no fear of anything. Like, that was back when, like, North Korea and whatnot, they didn't even have color in their images yet. That's how evil they were. That color stayed
Wow.
away from them. and Ronald Reagan just looked at North Korea and said, "Get fucked. You fuck with me, I'll fuck you harder." That was Ronald Reagan's standpoint. And, you know, Donald Trump tried to do the same thing, but just didn't have the same zeal.
You know what it is?
gusto.
You know what it is the way that America is today determines the type of president you're gonna get.
Yeah, we're weak.
Right.
America is weak right now. Maybe not like with military strength, but
There's
when it
a
comes
lot
to
of-
what's being taught, we're weak.
Right. There's a lot of other countries that's realizing that as well, which is why they're doing what they're doing or saying what they're saying.
Notice something too. Ever since Biden became president, we are now hearing more about issues that are all overseas.
Right.
Yet when Trump was president, no one dared to do anything.
Well,
Mhm.
can we just get one word? Border. The border. We are getting flooded with immigrants on a daily basis that are discrediting the immigrants who have came here the right way, like your mom and your grandmother, who have came here and put that hard work in. Oh, all right. Let's take a little break. Let's take a little break on the serious.
That's
topics.
actually my last question, so we'll do this.
It's time
question.
it's time for the stupid question of the day. 'Cause I
And then
really like these.
I'd say after that, we take our last break, and then we go into Brian's questions.
Yeah, because I'm going to get heated. I know I'm going to get heated.
You're already done the
I'm gonna
process.
I'm going to be like Gutfeld again.
But that being said, we would also like to see your guys' responses in the chat to the question of the day and know your answers.
All right, so what's the stupid question of the day?
Is alcohol good for you? It's made of vegetables.
Is alcohol good for you? I'm sure.
That would technically make it a soup.
Shout out to Saki.
Why sake?
Well,
Cause
that being said, I will say yes.
Why would you say yes? Why is alcohol good for you? Because your liver will say otherwise, but why is it good for you?
Well, you gotta know
Moderation.
people, moderation.
Yeah, man,
Moderation is where it's at. Red wine helps with the heart.
Well, beer is also a soup, though.
Beer is not a soup.
How is it made?
Boiled.
It's not boiled.
Yes.
Hops are boiled.
Oh, yeah, the
Yeah,
hop
what
is
are you boiling?
boiled, yeah.
Vegetables.
It's
Well,
fermented
technically-
hops and barley.
Yeah.
Vegetables.
Barley's used to make teas and soups.
Therefore-
Calling beer
Hey,
and
Brian.
liquor a soup
Okay.
is a
You
stretch.
use my
It
fifth.
is
Beer's a
soup.
tea.
It's a
All right,
fermented
fuck it.
soup.
I'm going to use his fifth.
Here's a tea then.
All right. So for the next podcast, each one of us gets 1/5 to use.
Yeah, really.
Yes.
This is my fifth.
I like that idea. That's what
All
we're
right,
gonna do
Glenn,
from
then
now
you-
on.
Make coffee a vegetable.
Because it's a bean.
Yeah.
Vegetable soup.
Following the soup logic.
Well, let's put it this way: I can't live off of it, so
Yeah. Actually, you probably die a lot faster if you had just that. So.
Well,
So-
you die
so-
VHS.
All right, so
Shout
back
out
to,
to the vegans.
back to the actual question. In moderation, I'm sure alcohol is good for you. But people usually don't drink it in moderation.
Well, when you say alcohol, are you putting just a category of liquor, wine, beer,
Yeah.
alcohol?
anything alcoholic.
Alcohol.
I don't know, because Everclear could really do some
Well, alcohol would
damage.
technically just be juice.
How do you figure?
Because, well,
It would either be juice or soup.
or grapes.
Or
Because
tea.
Because it's made using.
That's the first. I never heard beer considered a tea before.
No. No,
Technically, the
tea made?
process is exactly the same. Just you don't get to see it done. Rather, you dip in your
boil-
tea bag. Yeah,
You
It's
boil
a
it.
cold tea.
yeah.
You boil it and you throw a little sugar in it. That's how people drink their tea, right?
You guys like beer?
That's essentially
I do.
beer.
You like beer?
It's
I
beer.
love
just
Or you
let
like
sit
you
for a
like
while.
you like stout though, right?
No.
What do you like?
I like Corona, and I love the Bud Light Platinum.
I don't like beer.
You like the lighter beers,
Yeah.
I'd rather like a hard cider than a beer. I don't like beer.
so you like a malt.
Yeah,
So you like fruit juice,
I prefer
Basically.
IPAs.
basically.
See,
See, I like
IPAs
wine better than
are
I like
too strong.
hard alcohol.
which
anyway.
is also fruit juice.
Right? Yeah. So I take wine over anything except gin. Gin is gonna be clutch.
Gin
for
is
me.
also fruit juice.
Yeah, it's
There
a
are
beautiful
9
version.
people 10 people watching us say that beer is tea and gin is
All right.
juice.
Mio also just jumped on the chat and she said, "A small amount of wine at the end of the day is known to be beneficial for digestion."
Oh yeah.
And a lot of bit of wine at the end of the day is good for my heart.
Yes. Yes. And you sleep a lot better when you drink wine. You have a glass of wine.
You sleep a lot better when you drink.
Yeah, because you
sleep a lot harder,
You
I'll
just
tell you
fall
that.
asleep where you're
Yeah,
standing.
Ask Mike.
Yeah,
I don't
you
know.
would
Alex here
I
has
feel
no
like
challenge in
I feel
that
like
by
alcohol's
itself
a
anyway.
demoralizer. Once
Did you
you
hear about
once
the
you get
time
to that
that
point,
Alex
it's gone.
It's like
out in
getting
the
hit by that
restaurant?
Men in Black.
Never mind, not getting
Exactly.
into that one.
Exactly.
It's like getting hit by the Men in Black neuralizer.
Hey, if you guys have suggestions on what we should drink next week, definitely put that in there as
Everclear.
well.
No,
Straight
Everclear.
Everclear.
Everclear, this would be the craziest podcast that night. That'd be one episode. We
Uzo.
just got no shirts
Y'all
on
go
it.
straight
Pinnacle whipped cream vodka.
With what?
Ugh,
I can't do vodka.
I can't either.
Not
can.
straight anyway.
Boo.
I can't do half that shit.
Jose Cuervo.
Let's do a
No, I'm
martini.
okay with
I will
those.
drink.
Yeah, but that's like
every-
shitty tequila.
I will
Let's
try
do a
every
martini.
alcohol
I'm not-
Four Loko.
except I've shotgunned one. Except tequila.
I've
Yeah.
got one. I will
Oh.
bring you.
I'm
I
away
will
from
bring.
tequila.
I will get you next week's alcohol.
Oh shit! Here we go.
Here we go.
It will not be Everclear. It will not be a grain alcohol.
It's gonna be a rice alcohol.
No,
That's
Huh.
rice is a grain, genius.
Huh? I didn't hear what he said. I didn't know he said
you'll
grain.
enjoy it.
Okay.
It's a good one. It actually has flavor to it,
A very strong
and it is
flavor.
not bottom shelf.
So no Four Loco then.
But if I bring it, you have to drink it.
We've been
I'm
drinking
not,
everything
I'm not
else.
drinking that. Y'all the streamers, not me. I ain't drinking that.
All right. I mean, if it's like fucking battery acid, I don't know if we're gonna be drinking that.
If that first sip burns my lips, then that shit might just be collecting
You know what
dust.
that means? Man up.
Says
This coming from the alcohol.
Exactly.
Get good.
Huh?
Get good.
No, I'm on.
Wait,
your,
hold
I'm on your boat.
So
Wait,
are,
hold
are
up,
you
hold
in,
up.
or
Didn't he
is
want to
this-
grow facial hair?
Is this gonna?
That shit's gonna burn the facial hair right off. That's why I'm
No,
starting.
it's
right
gonna
now.
burn my beard off.
I had moonshine before, and this is what happened. I'm here now.
So wait,
No
are y'all
beard.
in on this one or?
I'm in.
Good. I hope
100%.
you like wormwood.
I never said I'm into any of it.
Me either.
I don't even know what the fuck wormwood is.
I gotta talk to my.
Just agree to it. Just agree to it.
I gotta
It
talk to my
sounds- it
attorney.
sounds-
Hey, Brian, what do you think?
I don't know what that is.
Okay,
all for
then.
one for all.
Dan's for all though.
Dan's on his phone. What's the penalty?
Yeah,
I'm
what-
looking this thing up.
That shit. Is
Dan's
probably
on his phone. What's the penalty? No
1,000
phones on
proof.
stream.
I think that Dan needs to just like power chug that cafe right quick.
No, no. Dan, go get
Done.
another shot. Go into the fridge, take another.
Yep.
Alright.
Yeah, well, look, this is coming from the guy who's an alcoholic. Of course he's going to freaking take another shot.
It's not that
Exactly.
strong.
I was gonna say 10 push-ups, but okay.
There's no real room for him to do that.
Now take the shot. No hands.
That's your shot right there.
Those are
Dan.
expensive-ass glasses.
Give it a good shake.
That's your shot. Man up, remember?
Yeah, right. Get good.
Yeah.
Take a knee.
That's what you're gonna do right after this. You're gonna need to take a knee.
Oh,
There we go.
are you adding it to your coffee one?
No.
Oh,
I think you should.
that's gross.
That is gross.
I worked hard on that. Fuck you.
Jesus Christ.
It's gotta be finished one
Want
way
some
or
break
another.
after this one?
Yeah.
Hey, yo,
Yeah.
close the fridge, you degenerate.
Paramedics are on standby, by the way.
I wish.
Who, you?
I'm an ex-EMT.
There you go.
There you go.
Told you
son.
he's on standby.
See, clearly,
Look
you
at that
guys-
I know
rapid
first
response.
aid for dummies.
That was rapid response time right
See,
there.
guys, this
We're-
is how
we're
you know we're
technically
taking
certified
very
in
good care of
CPR.
ourselves. We have an ex-EMT behind the
Technically,
camera.
we're certified to stop the bleed in CPR thanks to reloaders.
I'm the stop the bleed. He does the
Bombs
CPR.
up
No. I'll shoot him so I'll stop the bleed.
We
That's
thought,
why I
It's
lost my
super
medical
glue.
license.
we thought the other hole was gonna give him air.
Did you just chug that whole fucking thing?
Yes.
I think.
And we might see Dan after the break.
Yeah, right. I think on that note, I think it's time to take our second break because he probably is. I don't even know what to say at this point.
If he starts sweating, we're gonna have to end this thing a little short.
all of a sudden we're gonna come back from break, he's gonna be like this.
And hit that button.
All right, y'all. We'll be back in a couple minutes. It won't be too long. Stay tuned. Go refill that glass.
And welcome back, everyone.
Welcome, welcome.
Hope you enjoyed so far. I know we sure as hell have.
Yeah, even with these cigars are incredible.
Yes,
Definitely
and they were still
recommend.
lit when we came back.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Now, what's still irking me is his shorts.
Yeah.
We've been at this for what, 2 hours already?
Yeah, really. And just why?
Out of every 4 episodes, this is the most comfortable I've been.
Because you look like shit. See, Mike said that I looked like shit that one episode because I was wearing plaid on plaid, so I did
Well,
look like shit.
You like a picnic basket.
Big ass picnic basket.
Well, you look like thrift store gone wrong.
Oh, especially because speakeasy spelled wrong.
Speak easy.
Still makes no sense.
One word.
Still makes no sense. All right, I guess I'll get into my questions real quick so we can start this up here. I don't know if you've all seen the news as of late, but apparently there's been UFO sightings. You think this shit is legit? Or is this just like some bullshit hoax just to the government to distract us from what's really going on?
I believe it. I don't think that we can be the only ones in this.
Yeah, but why
universe.
now though? Why show up now?
Not now. It's been going on for a while. That's Area 51. It's been.
You think there's
years.
aliens in Area 51?
I feel like there might have been something there. Why else would the government want to keep that?
The Illuminati, yeah. So you
All of
really,
that
you
was
really
happening
think
then.
there might be aliens on Earth right now?
Yeah.
You know how I see it, though? It's probably just a military test that they're just keeping under wraps.
So you don't
and
think it's
using
real?
undercover.
You don't think it's real?
There's a very big possibility that's the case.
That's the more believable.
I remember one time, me and a couple of my friends were outside, and this black object was going across the sky. No trail, no smoke trail, nothing. And you couldn't hear anything. All you could just see was this black object just going by. We sat there and watched it for a little while. We were trying to figure out what it was.
That would explain those shorts. You got abducted.
That's where I got it from.
Now, here's the reasoning
Well,
why.
we know they're not that advanced of a civilization.
Here's the reasoning why I would say that. Back when they were developing the Nighthawk, the stealth fighter,
Mhm.
right? One of them crashed, and this has now become declassified. One of them crashed and started a forest fire. The government was all over that and swapped the plane out with a Cessna.
Mhm. Yeah,
And,
they'll do that
yeah.
shit. Yeah,
And it was that.
they'll definitely do shit like that.
But why do you think that they're hiding that? If it is life out there, why are they hiding it?
Well, ask
makes
the
you think-
aliens.
Have you
What makes you think they're
seen
hiding
how
it?
the rest of the world is? You think they're ready for any of that?
Well, not even just that. How do you
I mean,
knock something off?
I
to
honestly
make
think
people
that if there is life out there and it is coming to Earth, they're laughing at us on how underdeveloped we are.
Probably.
Because they've mastered spaceflight. We can barely do that.
Right.
We could just make it to the moon.
They must think we're the most ghetto civilization.
You know, like that's why they probably just if it was a real UFO, they came here. They're like, fuck this, and left.
Out of this galaxy, out of this universe, do you think that there is another place that is just higher technology, but they're like people like us?
I believe that there has to be other life on other
Yeah,
planets.
there's
Maybe
no
not
way.
in this solar system because we've obviously proven that there's no other life in the solar system.
Right.
Because you can't live on Jupiter.
You can live on
Or Venus.
Mars.
Unless you
You
survive
can't, you can't survive on Mars. There's no
one
atmosphere.
one of those other places has water actually on it.
Well, no, there was traces of water on Mars. Mars had an atmosphere at one point, and because of its geographic location to the sun, it burned its atmosphere away, and that's why it's the way it is now. Subterranean aliens. It's possible.
Just if you look at certain
Well, you know full well with the Biden administration, they're all welcome here, and they don't have to get checks, and they'll be integrated
no
into
vaccines
society.
or nothing.
Yeah, no vaccines,
So
no
when
COVID
you-
vaccines for the aliens.
When you look at marine life and you see certain creatures that are really, really, really deep in the ocean that they found, they can't even go as far as deep as the ocean actually is. Stuff could be down there that you never know. Outer space, it could be
Yeah, so
anywhere.
that's like Godzilla then.
But yeah, but you have to
Well,
understand.
yeah, lizard people. Nancy, you're absolutely right. There is an alien here. It's Nancy. She's the lizard people.
You have to understand that we've explored more space than we have of our,
Our
own planet.
Right.
But what's making them want to explore space that much? Has to be something out there that they're trying
Because
to get more
we're
intel
fucking
on.
this planet up. That's why we're gonna need to go somewhere else
Ooh.
eventually.
Ooh, well, here's
So-
a nice thought. What if, to them, we're the aliens because they are underneath us, living in the depths of the ocean?
Right.
And the reason why we see these UFOs and whatnot is them trying to leave the planet.
Because a lot of the
Ooh, that's
spaceships that like videos I've seen people posting spaceship have been like Navy ships capturing that, and they're always landing in the ocean. Majority of the alien videos you see, you might see them in the sky, but when you see them landing, they're going by the ocean.
Mariana Trench. We
Yeah.
don't really know what's all the way down there.
Right.
That's true. We don't. We could
And
be,
they could just be curious.
that's true too. So
What are
The
those
consensus
what are
is that
those,
it's
flesh
probably
people
real?
doing up top?
I believe so.
I'm gonna be optimistic. I'm gonna say maybe. I'm gonna give it a definite maybe. Maybe it's real. It'd be kind of neat if it was. You think it's still just a military experiment?
You ever met a person that you just saw and was
I
like,
do.
"There's no way this person is a human being."
Nancy Pelosi.
There you go.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
that being said, obviously your normal train of thought would think of some kind of cover up or something else masking it, saying, oh, it's this when, just trying to make somebody look one way when all reality something's happening the other.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll say this, there is a possibility. I would love to be the person to actually see it.
Would you though?
I would shit myself, but
What,
still.
what if like they're not friendly?
If nothing's
Well, at
happened
least the
yet,
UFO?
they have to be friendly. Because if
Well,
you
then
had
they're
that
just-
kind
they're
of
just gauging
technology,
us. They're gauging us, maybe.
but if you had that kind of technology to know, so all right, you met a person, right? You put your gun on your lap, huge rifle, and this person says, "I've never seen one of those before. I got these sticks." Would you not feel like you could dominate that person?
Yeah, you're right.
Alien
you're
has
right.
different, way more advanced technology than us. Why would they need to be afraid of us?
That's true.
Then why haven't they made themselves known?
That's what I'm
They
saying.
just got lucky with
They don't-
space travel and they're underdeveloped in everything else.
That could also be
Ooh.
true.
Well, here's
There's
this.
a million different answers.
Yeah.
really.
How's this? There's a possibility that they have an element from where they came from that's non-existent here,
Element zero.
and that gave them the ability to fly in space. Yet they don't have any of the other elements that can help them produce other things
So
like the
they're
stuff we
gonna
have.
take ours and fuck us over.
Realistically, if something like that was to happen, what could we possibly do?
Nothing.
Right.
Nothing. I mean, fight until the bitter end.
So if you knew you had
That'd
this
probably
power,
be the only thing that would unify this planet.
Every
Yeah.
sci-fi show in 2012 is what we would do.
Yeah.
go to
Yeah.
Well, it'd be like Mars attacks.
Oh, by the way, Ray,
All the nice guys.
Ray
What's up,
said,
Ray?
welcome back on the chat. Obviously, there is a delay between us and the live stream.
Right.
Well, he said, right after just saying just a fly on the wall, he said, welcome. Oops. Welcome back.
Ray, are you? I hope you're not at work on that computer, Ray, because
Yeah, there's definitely a delay on that one.
there's definitely a delay on that one.
Well, you know what? That being said, obviously, while we're on that topic, Cry, Mio, I know I saw you guys in the chat. What's your opinion on this stuff?
Yeah, we want to know what other people think too. Like, do you think that this alien shit is real, or is it just to like distract us from reality?
We got a lot of stuff going on to have a distraction like that, where people don't know if it's actually happening or not, as compared to other countries.
Well, do you
wanting
think
to
it's
go to
like
war.
it's so they keep us scared to keep us complacent?
If
To a
they don't
degree.
want us to go to Area 51, they're not. I don't think they're really trying to keep it under wraps. I think they don't want us digging in
Hold
too
on.
deep to revealing answers.
I just thought of something.
So
You see these reports of alien sightings or UFO sightings and whatnot, and they're trying to take our guns.
Yeah, maybe
Who's
they are.
trying
I
to
feel like
take
that's not something that they would have to try to do though. Technology is. Think about
Well,
it.
let's put it this way. If the government was really on board with that, why would they take our guns?
Why are we afraid to go to war with China? Because of the technology that they're more
I'm not
advanced.
afraid to go to war with
I'm
China.
not afraid.
I don't know. Bring it on, Xi Jinping. Take the might of the glorious United States of America.
The United
You
States
do-
is too
you-
divided.
You also, yeah, right now, yes. But you also do realize that our military has been designed and running operations on multiple fronts all across the world. Logistics is not a problem for the United States.
No, but it's the division that is.
Right
And that's
now,
where
yes.
his point is. The division is what's going to fuck us over.
Right,
If we can't unify as one nation like we once were,
right. Plus,
But I-
our allies aren't really that much of an ally
Why not?
nowadays.
I wouldn't say that.
No, they're an ally because they know they can take advantage of a certain someone.
They're an ally for the wrong reasons, though.
Nancy Pelosi probably does hate me if she even knows who I am.
And
I hope she does. I hope she does hate me. Because what she's doing to this country, people should start to hate her more. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I know that if we were able to unify, and I think it was partially COVID that fucked this country over too, and just started to divide us, because that was the chance for mainstream media to come in and start dividing, and plus the whole thing with President Trump and all that stuff too, that didn't help, and then the death of George Floyd and all that. It just, this whole past like year and a half just split this nation down the center.
Do you think everything that's happened in the last 2 years have put America in a bad place?
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. Because now no matter what you do, you're going to get labeled as something. Either you're conformative or you're a racist. Those are the only two things that can happen now.
Right.
And that's not fair, because not everybody is.
Right.
Just because I am a Republican does not mean I'm racist. Because if that was the case, then why would I have you as one of my best friends?
That's true.
I respect everybody. I don't give a crap what your skin color is.
Right.
I don't give a crap what your nationality, your sexual orientation is. I judge somebody based on their character.
That comes off of the history of America too. How racism was before, how it died down a little bit in certain states.
Yeah.
Racism lived and prevailed, then it died out. It's because you have more people there. So now you're actually being able to interact with those people and say, oh, well, this person's not bad. I always thought this about them. Or I always thought this about you. And then you actually get to sit
Notice
down with them
something?
and talk to them.
All this racism is all in these major cities.
That's where you find it.
And who are the major cities run by?
Democrats. Exactly.
Yeah, and if Brian was racist, he wouldn't have two Asian guys back here.
That's tr- and I am
Off camera, Mike.
I am probably, you were on camera at one point though.
This is the most diverse
Barely.
house right now.
I mean, I am probably the most right-wing conservative Republican you'll ever meet, but I have never ever judged somebody solely based on the color of their skin. I wrote a very nice paper back in high school about Dr. Martin Luther King, and I've always followed that creed. You judge a person based on the content of their character,
Right.
not the color of their skin.
Right.
It seems that people like to use his name, but they forget his message.
Right. It's the name that means the most to them rather than what he stood for and what he actually did. So you can't take a bit and piece and say, well, I'm siding with this, but you're doing that.
Right. Now, not to say that there aren't assholes out there that are racist.
Oh yeah,
because there are. There's thousands of people.
That's
out
just
there.
one thing that won't ever end because it's a generational thing.
Yeah.
Great
It's a sad
grandparents.
thing, though.
Right.
It's sad that in 2021, that word still even exists.
Yep.
That we're not just
The
people.
only way to stop racism is to stop speaking about it.
It's not going to stop though. It won't stop because this is what the DNC is fueling their fire with. And you don't really see Republicans or anything going out there like, oh, this is racist, that's racist, cancel this, cancel that. It's only one half of the political party that's doing that.
Right.
And that's what, Malcolm X warned people about this during his time too, that the Democrats use people for their narrative. Whether it's the black community, the Asian community, whoever, they use their communities and they'll pit them against others.
Right.
And that's not right. That's not right. We are all people of this great country, and we should be treated as people.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, did the United States fuck up and have slavery? Yes.
But we
Should
weren't
it
the only
be-
country.
Right.
No, we weren't
Yeah,
the only
right.
country. But should we have been better?
Yeah.
Yeah, we should have. Slavery, there's no excuse for it. Nothing. Nobody owns another human being.
Right.
It's you can't do it. You shouldn't do it. You can't do it. And the fact that we did, that will stain this country's history for the rest of this country's life.
Right.
But it wasn't my fault. I didn't do it.
Right.
You didn't do it. You didn't do it. None of us did that. So don't judge us based on what people in the past did.
Right. Exactly.
That was 150 years ago,
Mhm.
if not more. We should be above and beyond this now.
right.
Now, what you look at something like what happened to George Floyd. That was unacceptable. Unacceptable. But putting a statue up for him when you were tearing down statues of people like Christopher Columbus and George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, well, that's like a slap in the face of our founding fathers as well. And I think don't go and vandalize that statue just because you don't like it.
Right.
You know what?
And that's what happened. His statue got vandalized. If you don't like it, petition it to your town.
See
Do
now
it the right way.
the problem with that is You put a statue up. Somebody vandalizes it. Somebody reacts to them vandalizing it. Now you have a whole nother situation that comes out about that.
Right.
And
It's a revolving door.
Something
Can I
like
at
that
least say
should be in a
this?
spot to where it's open to the public to go and view, but not in the public to where it can be vandalized.
Right.
Can I at least say this? If you don't like this country, get the fuck out.
You can't say that though, Dan, because this country is meant for everybody. That's what this country was founded on.
You know what it is too, though. A lot of people have insight saying, "Well, you go to America, you'll live free." You get here, see that it's not like that, and now it changes you from what you thought America was. If you're gonna come to the country, at least do your research to see if this is something that you want before you get here and have to regret it.
Now, we are a free country. Nothing is free, but we are a free
Right.
country, and that's thank you to our wonderful men and women who serve
Absolutely.
in our military,
Right.
who risk their lives every single day.
Shout out Bobby, Gabe, Brandon, and anybody else that served in the military.
Yeah, really. You know, you guys made the ultimate sacrifice by volunteering to serve where other people wouldn't do it.
Right.
You know, I always wanted to serve, but I had a serious, major back injury, and that's why I couldn't. It's not that I didn't want to. I think everybody, like in most countries, it's mandatory.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So we have Maddie and Ray on chat. Maddie says, "Amen, Brian." Ray has a bunch of clapping hand emojis. Go, Brian, go.
Yeah, I know. I get.
That's why you're my attorney.
I know I get heated on topics like this, but
It's not that you're heated. It's the frustration of
It
what
is,
we
because-
could be.
we're supposed to all be together. I don't
Right.
look at you as a black man. I look at you as my friend.
Yeah.
But you are a black man, and I respect that.
Right.
And you should honor your heritage and who you are.
Right.
I honor my heritage. My heritage is my ancestors were one of the first people to colonize this country.
Right. It's history. You have to acknowledge the history, but broaden it from just
Right.
what happened before, because now
Right.
times are different.
Correct.
But you have to expand that.
Right.
It starts with your household. Your kids need to understand this is what it was before. This is what you're going to learn in school. But this is exactly what it is. Because they're only going to tell you certain bits and parts in history. When you go to school and you're taking history lessons, they're teaching you whatever that curriculum is, not
But
the full.
Not so much anymore.
Right? Yeah, that's
Not
dying
so much
out.
anymore.
When I was in school, elementary school, I
History was
actually
taught as
had
history.
Right? Exactly.
History was history, not what they want you to believe.
Right.
And see, this is, it's kind of funny. This room, as it is now, should be how the world is, where everybody's inclusive, everybody gets a say.
Right. Your opinion is
Nobody
out there.
judges anybody
Right.
for anything
Right.
except those shorts.
Speak easy.
That comes kind of to my next question. Is a lot of the Summer Olympics are starting and whatnot, and the Olympic athlete. There's an Olympic athletes, a couple of them actually, that are protesting the American flag. One of them, her name is Gwen Berry, held up an activist athlete shirt. Does that really belong in the Olympics? Technically, it's forbidden by the Olympics to even
Not
do
even
stuff like that.
It's not even just that. She was also pissed off that they played the national anthem.
Yeah. She held the shirt
But you
up.
gotta
and
think, how long have you been in school? Anywhere that you had to salute the flag, you were doing that. Then now certain things change and you have a different view on it. You're not.
Well, I think they said the singer Macy Gray said that they should go and burn the flag on the podium. That's
So
ridiculous.
burn your own country's flag.
Right, because it's an oppressive flag. Do you think it's an oppressive flag? I mean, I think what it stands, what people are demonizing it for now. I mean, the flag is being perverted and demonized. And first of all, it's just a piece of cloth.
Right. That somebody made stand for what the
Right.
government said it would be.
All a flag is so you can solidify yourself as a country.
Right.
It's a piece of cloth. It's
It doesn't determine or define who you actually are.
right. And burning something like that, what are you going to prove? Except
That's
you're gonna make
just
yourself
like
look an
that's just
asshole.
like when something happens in a city and then the city decides to burn their own city down. You did nothing but make your city look worse. By that, there's ways to go about frustration.
Portland.
Like what we do here, when you talk about it and you get different views on it, you put your opinion in the air, and that's where it stays.
Right.
It's out of your mind, but it's a known fact that you discuss.
Mhm.
You talk about it 2 years, 3 years, you're just rebuttaling. You're removing an old scar, not letting it heal every time you talk about it again.
Right.
Brian. Robert says it's passion. Knowledge is key.
Right. So again,
Yeah.
that goes back to knowing you're not gonna hear about this if you have an understanding of what that flag stood for years ago. You wouldn't be talking about it today if you knew that at that time. That would be something you just went through. You know what happened, and you're moving forward from there.
But I mean, do you think by people saying like they're gonna burn the American flag is kind of like a slap in the face for the people who fought and died for it?
Absolutely.
That goes into the same thing with sports. You go from one team, you say, okay, well, it's not working out here. I hate the front office. I'm gonna go to another team, take my talents here. Your fans say, oh, you leaving me? I'm gonna burn your jersey. One, you paid for that jersey. Two, I have my own reasons for why I'm doing what I'm doing. It's the same thing with the flag. You burn a flag that it stood for whatever it stood for at that time. Times change and people manipulate you to think it is something different than what it was before. It just comes down to, like you said, knowledge. You have to know what where your country stands and the people that are backing your company, what they think about it.
Now, but at some point, it comes down to someone will always do something someone else doesn't like.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. Because it's not what they would do, but that doesn't make it wrong.
It's not what
No.
they like. It's not like what they would do.
It absolutely doesn't make it wrong. That's part of living in this great country. You
Right.
have those freedoms
Right.
to express yourself.
The thing is, once you do something, you're judged by it. Once that word spreads, now there's a group of people judging you by it. I look at it like this. Just like with these shorts. These are beautiful shorts. You guys don't like it. You don't
It's
care
not-
that I'm
it's not
wearing
that I
it.
don't
Right
like
back
it.
to
It's
the
not
No,
that
it's
I
not
don't
that you don't like it, but you wouldn't wear them.
All right,
No,
there's
that
a
doesn't make
difference
them
here.
bad.
Flags and opinions. Shorts are just fact. They straight up ugly.
Well, my wife likes them, so I'll take it.
See, that's all that matters, though.
Right.
Is you like it.
Right. So I'm not gonna say, oh, well, fuck you because you don't like them. That's your opinion.
But you did
wouldn't-
do that.
Oh, yeah, I did do that. But yeah, at the end of the day, we're all individual people. You're American, but you have your own mind. You have
That's
your
what's great
own
about being a
rules.
human.
Exactly. Other countries, you go over there, we want your house to look like this. We want you to work here and do this.
Right.
That's
And
what you're gonna
why,
have.
Like I tell people, like, you don't like our amendments. You don't like our
Fuck
constitution.
you guys. These nice shorts.
You don't like our freedoms here. Go live in communist China, where you have none of it.
Right.
Go live in communist Russia, where you have no freedoms.
It's just like
Zero.
when Skip was here. They were talking about how he would go hunting, and then the people of that country, that would be their food.
Right.
You don't have that in America. So you say, oh, I don't like this here, I don't like this. I'll go anywhere else. You go there and live like that, and you couldn't hack it.
You know what's crazy with that topic too is a lot of people here with the whole big game hunting thing. They're saying it's dangerous. You're endangering these animals, whatnot. They don't understand that side of it.
Right.
Where the fact that it is a call,
Right.
it is a elephant or something that is marked for.
Well, now you do have some people that are just massively hunting. Like
Right, but
to
there's
the,
always the pros. There's always
Right.
the bad to the good.
You're gonna
the
have
yin
people
to
that's
the
doing
yang.
it for a good reason. Well, I'm gonna do this because they're tearing up the land, and then these people are gonna come and they'll get the food.
Somebody's always going to take advantage of somebody.
Oh yeah, of course.
and I
It's
think
an American thing.
I don't even think that's an American thing. I think that's a human thing.
Yeah, that's a better choice
That's
of
a,
words
that's a
for
human
it.
thing.
Yeah.
Because humans will always look at some other human's weakness and take advantage of it.
Right.
Now, a good human won't do that. They'll help the person out.
Right.
They'll say, "Oh, do you want this meat? I
Right.
don't want it. Do
Right.
you want it?"
Exactly.
Now, then you have the hyenas in the background waiting for you just to take it from you.
Right. Exactly.
But that, look, if you want to burn an American flag, you go for it. You're burning a piece of cloth when it comes down to
Right.
it. This station is still strong whether you burn it flag or not. The United States isn't gonna crumble and fall because somebody decided to go and burn a flag. So that comes to my second part of this. Do you think it's just a publicity stunt for these celebrities and athletes to do that?
It keeps you relevant.
So then yes.
Yep.
It is a publicity stunt.
That's what I think. I think
They're doing it just to get their 30 seconds of fame.
if your name starts dying out, I feel like people.
Well, do you know any other Olympic athletes?
Usain Bolt?
Right, but okay, now, do you know any Olympic athletes' names now in the Summer Games?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
The only reason you know Gwen Berry's name is because she said what she did.
Right.
So that's how she got on every major news network.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, it was Fox that told the truth about it. Shout out to Fox News. All right, that comes to my other part with the whole cities being burned down. I don't know if you know who Mayor Lori Lightfoot is.
Yep.
But she's the mayor of Chicago. And Chicago, like Portland, is just destroyed. Destroyed. You know, she's going around saying that she won't speak to any white reporters. She won't do this. She won't do that. But she wants more office time, and she's making all these demands.
Isn't that racist?
Well, no, not according to her.
But isn't the fact that she's denying somebody access because of their race racist?
You would think. But if you ask her, then the answer is no.
Racism come in all forms, all colors, though. It's not just one dynamic, white, black.
Right. It's not.
It's everything. Because if you think about it, in
anybody can-
Germany, they were
They were prejudiced.
right.
They weren't really racist,
Exactly.
but-
So it's different forms to it. It's just racism could be any form. You can say, "Oh, I don't like kids." That's a form of racism.
Is
The-
it? It's
yeah.
more of a form of prejudice.
Glenn,
It's-
Brian. Glenn's dad said, "Too many people will respect the flag, but maybe not the person holding the flag."
I like that. You don't. Yeah. That's a really good way to look at it. You
Quote
know,
on a shirt?
huh?
Should be a quote on a shirt.
It should be a quote on a shirt.
That is a
Maybe we
good
should
one.
throw that up on the merch store. I like that.
We got everything else.
Or maybe that'll be like one of the special shirt giveaways that we do.
Glenn, do we have your permission to do that?
Yeah, that's your line. So let us know. So back to Mayor Lightfoot. Do you think that essentially she's a traitor, or do you think that maybe she's doing a good job and let
I think-
Chicago burn?
I think she did. I think she bit off more than she can chew as far as the state of Chicago. Chicago's been
Chicago's
like
not a
Iraq.
state; it's a city.
No, I mean the state of it.
Oh,
like
oh.
the state that it's in. Asshole.
United States of Texas.
I feel like that city is the problem that they have is bigger than just one person.
But she's allowing it. She's not calling in the National Guard to
You-
stop
you know-
all the
you know-
rioting and
You know
looting.
why?
When a team
Because-
loses,
Huh?
when a team loses in a national sport,
Mhm.
and they're doing very bad, who's the first person to get fired?
The coach.
Now, I wanted to ask you guys. That's funny you say that. I wanted to ask you about that. So, if you look at basketball, right? NBA, you got a coach that's designing plays. You're telling the people what to do. They go out there. They do something. That person playing defense might be better at defense than you are at offense. How is that the coach's fault? If you don't if you're
Because the coach
executing
hasn't
it-
adapted to the other team.
But even then, that has nothing to do with the talent. Michael Jordan
Doesn't
is
matter
on the
the
Chicago
talent.
Bulls.
It matters how the talent is being played. And the talent is not being played to the team's benefit. That's why it lands on the coach. When do you ever see a player or on a team you could label him the worst player of the team? Well, if the team wins,
So like
he's still
Tom
there.
Brady.
If the team keeps losing, what do?
They fired the coach.
They fire the coach.
Chicago is a losing team.
Okay, so football. You design a play to the T. It runs right. You throw the ball, lands in this guy's hand, he drops it. 5 times this happens, which were all touchdown scoring plays. He dropped the ball. How is that the coach's fault that he dropped it? You
You're
executed
absolutely right.
everything.
It's not, but it's a team. Her team is failing.
Who's
Yeah,
the representative
She is-
of the team?
She is not doing anything to put out fires in Chicago. Nothing.
So why is
she's
it?
praising it? In fact,
Hmm.
she's praising and saying that and not doing anything. Where other Democratic mayors are like, "Ah, shit,
Well, you know
we're
whose fault that
getting
is.
really fucked."
You know whose fault that is? The people that elected her.
Yeah, exactly right.
Who makes a choice with a team coach? Front end office.
Mhm.
A group of people come together and say, well, we want this guy. He gets there. Okay, if I hire you, it's because I've seen what you're capable of. You come here with a total different team, different players, all this kind of stuff.
So-
that's dealing with
so-
their own problems, their own issues, and they're out there on that field, which is why they're not focused. They're
So
doing
do you think
this.
she'll get reelected?
No,
Should she?
no.
Do you think she should be thrown in jail for what she's let happen to Chicago?
I
She
wouldn't.
should be held at least accountable.
I
I wouldn't
think she
say.
should
I
be-
wouldn't say thrown in jail. I wouldn't wish jail on anybody because of the way you live in there. Shout out
she,
Rikers.
she has no problem letting the people of Chicago live in a burning city with an escalating crime rate and murder rate every day.
Do you think the people that elected her or voted for her knew that?
I think she let the people down. They voted for her for a reason in the beginning,
Right.
and now she's showing her true colors.
By the way, we got the go-ahead from Glenn's dad.
Nice.
That's going on a shirt. Cry, if you're watching this, you know what the next idea is.
I mean, she did what every Democrat does. Well, no, you know what? I'm not even going to say Democrat. I'll even throw it out. She did what every politician does. She played the fife to the right song, and people danced to it.
Mm-hmm.
And now she stopped playing, and people are realizing, oh shit, we got hypnotized.
Right.
We got played.
Right.
But again,
But how else can you hold her accountable without putting her behind bars? Make her pay for the damages to the city? She can't afford to do that.
What's
Nobody
done,
could.
what's done is done. You just got to get her out of there and start fresh.
But
Same
that goes
thing-
for any other one too, not just her. Look at Portland and all those other Democratic run
But
cities.
again, those
New
are
York.
cities. Those are cities that have been bad for so long.
All right, New York. New York wasn't that. New York got cleaned up, and now look, it's back to the way it used to be, where you can't walk down the street anymore.
Yeah.
That's strictly on Cuomo.
Now, do you think?
And
do you
de Blasio.
think, do you think the times have made it get to that point?
Oh, make her do community service. Yeah,
Yeah, make her be out there in the city
Ooh.
and be a part of what's actually happening
Hey,
out there.
rebuilding process.
Yeah,
Right. And that's what I was saying.
make it show like she gives a shit about these businesses that are no longer or that are burned to the ground.
Right.
Because the way it looks now is like she doesn't give a shit about her community. In the city, she failed. Yeah, yeah,
I agree.
yeah. I agree. Make her put that work in.
Yep.
So
What does a person having their own opinion on how they control their area have to do with how I control my area, rather than one person telling me the way?
So
it's
your
supposed to be?
household is your government,
Right.
right? So what about when you leave your house?
When you leave your house, if it's outside of your home, it's just like any other. Just imagine if America was like completely free. There were no certain bylaws and stand that, okay, well, you can't drive this speed, you can't do this, you can't jaywalk, you can't do this. In your home, you're doing whatever you want. You leave outside. If those didn't matter, none of that stuff was happening there, how bad of a country would that be?
Terrible,
Why?
because it'd be lawlessness. It'd be anarchy and lawlessness.
That'll come down to if just say the government crashed and everybody was on their own.
We would, as a human race, we would start devouring each other.
He's not wrong.
So, unpopular opinion here, or I don't know if it's a popular opinion or not. I think that the ideal government should be run like a business.
So the way
From-
Trump did it.
From the top down, and I'm going to use states and municipalities as subsections of that, are going to be run a little bit differently. They need the freedoms to do that, but have the same general guideline to it. And the higher up you get, the more regimented it gets as to what you need to do, what your strict responsibilities are here. No overstepping, no understepping, because these are your assigned.
That sounds a lot
realms.
like communism.
Does it though? No, it's that level of government's set responsibilities.
Right, but
It's
in
not-
in a communist government.
No. It's still by choice. It's still the people have the choice
so
to
you
get in
still
there.
have free choice.
It's-
Okay.
What the realm of this level, this tier, like the president would have this set of responsibilities, then the Senate and all of them would have this set of responsibilities, and the state would have this. Break it down that way, where it's not communism at all because they're still elected in. It's just clear and defined tasks.
Just for the government, not for the people.
No, for the government.
I do like that. That's
In terms
not
of
bad.
setting the rules,
That's a good
because
idea.
obviously
Since
every
you-
person
because
needs
I
their
agree
own
with
way
that.
of doing it.
Right.
Every region needs their own way of doing things.
Right. I do like that idea.
That is good. That's good.
Yeah.
I do agree.
I mean, I like democracy. I think in a perfect world it would work. But in the current world we're in, it's kind of failing. Because there's
Kind of.
no way you're going to get that bipartisanship anymore.
Right.
And that's what we desperately need. We need bipartisanship. And in our current state of government, there's too much hatred for one another.
Right.
And it's based on each other's policies. The Democrats hate Republicans for their policy and vice versa.
You know what it is too, though? It's too many opinions. As far as if you can't agree on something, there is no middle ground to where you compromise on each end to try to make it work. It's just, okay, this is our idea, this is your idea. We're gonna vote. If it doesn't go that way, this is what it's gonna be.
Well, but you notice, though, that only really happens when there's a Democratic president, though. That, okay, well, let's look at Sippy Cup Joe. Instead of doing things the right way with like with the pipeline, we'll just use the pipeline as an example. He just made an executive order saying, "Fuck y'all, I don't care about you Americans and your workers, and I'm going to close this multi-billion-dollar pipeline."
Right.
Didn't run it through the Senate, didn't run it through the House. He just did it, and I don't think a president should be able to do that.
Yeah, because with a lot of things, they're not able to do that.
No, I mean he ruined thousands of Americans' lives. He claimed to care about us, though.
Mm-hmm.
That was his whole spiel during his campaign. America first.
Right.
America first. Well, so far you've used America as your toilet paper. You've given more to Vladimir Putin and the Russians and to the Chinese and to your fucking crackhead son Hunter Biden and his offshore dirty dealings than you have given to a single American.
Wait,
Right.
can I just throw something in on that? He gave Putin a list of like 16
16
things.
critical infrastructures and said, please don't hack these.
How about this? All of the above unavailable. Why 16? 16 infrastructures?
Because they were the most critical.
They're the most critical, but what about everything else?
Yeah, little things can matter too.
Like I said this to my mother the other day. We might as well have just given them the password to NORAD. Just give it to them. Give them the password to all of our critical defense weaponry, all of it. Why not at this point?
Right.
You told them how to cripple the United States
Right.
in one shot. And the fact that people aren't as upset as I am about this, and if you are, I'm happy that you are, because that shows you that maybe he is bought out by the Russians. Maybe he is like a Russian spy. I don't know. I mean, that's a little out there. But the fact is, and this goes to my last question, and this is where I stand the strongest. I think the entire Biden administration, and that goes down to the entirety of the Democratic National Convention, should be impeached and thrown in jail, and the key should be lost. They are traitors to this nation, and Joe Biden just committed treason by giving him those critical infrastructures, allowing Russia now to come in and cripple this country.
That's like showing your hand, and then you expect, okay, well, you're not gonna play those cards because I'm telling you what I got. So I'm hoping you can do the right thing and let me get by with this.
Yeah. He is a traitor to this nation, and he should be tried with treason, or tried for treason. Excuse me.
With what he did during that summit, yes.
He let fucking Vladimir Putin dick slap him across the face. That's exactly what he did. Vladimir Putin got everything he wanted from that summit. Everything he wanted. And what happened to Sippy Cup Joe? He threw a temper tantrum when somebody asked him a question. You know, he got really angry and upset because it was past his Betty by time. He didn't get his warm milkies for bed yet,
Here's another
to
question.
quote Sean Hannity.
When was the last time we had a president who did what Biden does? Where I'm sorry, he can't be
Obama?
out and doing this, that. you know.
Obama did a lot of that shit too, and that's where Biden learned a lot of this shit from. And this is what I don't understand with the people who voted for Joe. This isn't new. He's been in politics for 40 some odd years.
And even comedians warned us about him years ago.
Yeah, Robin Williams talked shit about him. He also talked shit about Trump, but Trump deserved all the shit being talked about him as well. I mean, there's no such thing as a perfect politician.
Right.
There's none.
And I think that's where the refreshing aspect of the last president is the fact that he wasn't a politician.
Right, he was a businessman.
Mm.
But he needed to keep his mouth shut and get off
And I
fucking
agree with
Twitter.
that.
Right, yeah.
But,
Got a lot of free time on his hands.
well, not like Sippy Cup. He wakes up at 12 and goes to bed at 7. And, he'll walk around the White House with his slippers and his little bunny rabbit snuggle bears.
I cannot read
I can't
that.
read that either.
I can't read it either.
So is he really a president? No, the DNC is running this country right now, not him. He's just a figurehead,
Right.
and they shove their hand up his ass and they puppet him onto what to say, and he can't even get through a sentence.
Here's a question. Didn't Kamala just go down to the border?
No,
And by the border,
She didn't go to
means
the border.
1,000 miles north of the border?
yeah, she went to an airport that was in the same state as the border, and according to her, that was her going to the border. She didn't see the camps. She didn't see
Yet,
the way these children were being
yet
treated.
didn't our
Right.
previous president already do that?
He's been there even after he's been president.
Correct.
He's been there. He went, I think, with Ted Cruz and them.
He did.
Kamala Castro. I like that. Kamala Castro. That's exactly what she is. And if I was Sippy Cup Joe, I'd watch who gives you your sippy cup, because one day you might not wake up from that nap, and she's gonna become president, and that's really bad.
Yeah.
She is insane.
Yeah.
She is an insane human being.
We have a border crisis going on. I'm gonna hold a party
Well, she,
and make cheese balls.
no, she
Or
made
cheese
cookies.
puffs,
She made
whatever.
cookies with her face on it. Don't forget those too. They gave them to the fucking president of Guatemala. Like he fucking wants a cookie with your face on it. And you know that was a huge joke saying don't come. Those people of Guatemala are looking at her like, who the fuck are you, bitch? You,
Right.
you don't even go there, so why should I listen to you?
Right, right.
They're not gonna listen to a damn word she says.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I haven't been to Europe. Yeah. Don't even get me started with that shit. What a fucking ignorant bitch. I'm sorry. I'm getting heated now. I'm getting really angry.
And it's not just how hot this room is either.
No, I'm getting angry because when you are put into that position of authority and that position of power, it's not a joke.
Right.
You are putting millions of people's lives in jeopardy. Millions of people's lives. Fentanyl is coming through. MS-13 is coming through. Child trafficking is coming through.
At an all-time
And you
high.
are making jokes?
At an all-time high.
This is not a joking matter. This is a human trafficking crisis. These children aren't here because they want to be. They're
And
here
you're
because
90
they're being forced to
days.
be.
90 days after being appointed the head of it.
The border czar, as they're calling her.
90 days. Over 90 days.
And she didn't even really go to the border.
No.
She didn't even really go to the border.
You finally admit that there's a problem.
She didn't admit there's a problem.
Well, she admitted it by going, but the thing is she didn't actually go. It's a publicity stunt.
Right. She didn't really admit anything. She said everything is, we're going to work really hard on this. I'm dedicated. Well, then you should have been dedicated since day one because you swore an oath to office.
Right.
You swore to defend this country from enemies foreign and domestic.
Right.
You have violated that oath. And so is Sippy Cup Joe and the rest of the DNC. And that's why I say they should be tried for treason. They have violated their oaths to this Constitution, and not only that, they look at it as a joke, and they basically wipe their ass with it. With
Right.
our freedoms
Right.
that our men and women throughout history have died for.
Right.
And that's why I get so upset. It's like a spit in the face of our forefathers and a spit in the face of all of the military people who have sacrificed their life for this country and for what we believe in. That's why let's not say angry, I get passionate about it.
Right. Yep. That's what you said.
His
Passion.
passion, Brian.
It
Go,
is.
Brian, go.
Because I love our military. I love this country. I would die for this country. I would. If it came down to it and somebody tried to invade this country, I would take that sacrifice for this country.
Right.
And you know what it is too? Both our grandparents were in World War II.
Yeah,
It's
the greatest fighting generation.
absolutely.
Now, I'm sure, not to take away from our military now, but that's just what they were called, the greatest fighting generation. And my grandfather was on the beaches of not only Normandy, he was on the beaches of Iwo Jima, Guadalcanal, everywhere.
A goddamn CB.
Yeah, he was a CB, a Navy CB. Building airstrips, he got bonsai charged at night, every night.
Wow.
So, by what Kamala and Sippy Cup is doing, it's like taking my grandfather's name and what he did for this country and saying, doesn't fucking matter.
Not even just your grandfathers, mine too, and
Right.
everyone else's who's
Right.
had grandparents that have been through it.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Because my grandfather could have lost his life like many, many, many people did in World War II. Fortunately, he made it home. But you are discrediting what he did and what every serviceman and woman has done for this country.
I can tell you one thing. I got to see if I can find it. Obviously, it got lost in the move.
Mhm.
I have my grandfather's military uniform.
Oh, nice. I have mine too. I have both his Navy uniforms, his blues
It has
and whites.
bullet holes on the left and right flaps. So if you had it
Right,
open,
right there, hanging
goes
up on that wall, is all of my grandfather's service medals and a hat of a Japanese Marine. And it's covered in blood. Now, he always said he never took credit for killing the Japanese Marine. But he did say that during a bonsai charge at night, he may or may not have. So he said, then I might as well just take credit for it. He goes, I was there and I shot in the dark.
Right.
He goes, but you know, he lost a lot of people to
Right.
bonsai charges.
Right.
A lot of people that were friends, comrades, and I think anybody who was in the military can understand that loss and that sacrifice.
Right.
I know it definitely hit my grandfather hard.
Yeah,
my-
PTSD is no joke.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, I didn't get the chance to really talk to my grandfather a whole lot in regards to that.
No, me neither.
He either wouldn't say, and he kept calm, cool, and collected.
What
He kept it at heart.
I have a neighbor who, and I know we're kind of getting off topic here, but I have a neighbor who used to work at a daycare right below the Wolf's Den. And I don't know, do you know what the Wolf's Den is? That was one of Hitler's hideouts. It was called the Wolf Den.
It was his hideout.
Yeah, it was beautiful architecture. It was very nice. And she was a daycare lady.
Oh, wow.
And she'd look after all of the German officers' children.
Mm.
And from her perspective, in the beginning, she thought Hitler was a great man.
Right.
She got brainwashed, thinking that, oh my God, Hitler is such a wonderful guy.
Right.
Until one day she picked the phone rang there, and she picked up the phone. Now, during World War II, Hitler had all the phone lines tapped.
Right.
She picked up the phone. She said, how you doing? Who's this? They said to her on the phone, if you don't hang up now, we're going to kill you and your entire family. And then she said, well, shit. I guess she stopped drinking the Kool-Aid at that moment
Right.
and got the fuck out of Germany. She defected to America.
Wow.
Now, that being said,
She had
For
great
any-
pictures, too. She had pictures of Hermann Goering, her with all of the German officers.
anybody
Wow.
who is a history buff and really looked into it, how did Hitler rise to power?
Because he was the people's man. He was a people's dictator.
Through propaganda.
Right. Well, not to mention he created Volkswagen. People who drive Volkswagen don't realize that company was created by Adolf Hitler and the Nazi Party because it was an affordable car.
Right.
It was the first affordable car in Germany.
Wow.
People tend to forget that.
Right.
I guess now Volkswagen might get canceled.
Cancel.
Who knows with Volkswagen?
Sorry, Tony.
But that's what it's coming down to. I mean, these people in the position of power, they're abusing it. And and Joe Biden said that it would take a nuclear bomb to stop our government. Well, guess what, Joe? We stopped a government here once before with a well-regulated militia. Don't forget history, Joe. We the people are stronger than the government.
What happens when we the people get fed up?
And we're getting fed up. The people are getting fed up. Canceled.
Cancel.
The people are getting fed up. And they're starting to realize that, oh shit, he lied to us.
Right.
So no, Joe, it's not going to take an atomic bomb. But what you're doing is you're igniting the fuse on one. And you don't care. And that's what's sad.
Yep.
You don't care about the people. You don't care about any of us. Featuring Baby Biden in a timeout. Yeah, it's well, what? It's definitely past. What is it? It's past 7 o'clock. He's already in bed, so don't worry about him. He had his warm milkies. He's already in bed now.
Here's the
You know,
question.
Dr. Jill Biden had to tuck him in with his snuggle bear. Not this bear. This bear's too American for him.
Yeah.
And the real American killed it. That being said, too, don't forget, we're still on the road to 100.
Yes.
And we're going to do a raffle at the end of that on the bear's name. It's not going to be Mushy Snugglebites, so don't worry about that.
Alicia Sexopants.
What the fuck is that?
Snuggles.
Well, I do like some of the names we've gotten.
Yeah.
Some of
We got a
not
good
those.
Fluffy bastard.
But we are on that road to 100.
Yeah.
Amber, feds knock on the back door.
Yeah, I know. I'm waiting for that. All of a sudden, Rory's going to come in and fucking arrest me.
Sorry, Brian.
But no, I mean, that's why I'm protected by the First Amendment. So
Yep.
the government can use my favorite line and get fucked.
And that, no joke, that literally is his favorite line.
Oh yeah.
You know, I have the right to speak out. That's what's great about this nation. If I was in Russia, I'd definitely be shot by now. Spetsnaz would be busting the door in and fucking knocking and killing us all. GFC? What is GFC? What's GFC?
Oh,
It's the Good Friends Club.
That's not what GFC stands for. What is GFC?
I'm not
your
saying
favorite
it on live.
punchline.
What, get fucked?
Yeah.
How's that?
Hit him with the hard T.
Oh, okay.
Ah,
All right.
As I said, we're
So-
live. I ain't saying it live.
I'm at a loss. I don't know. I guess I'm too slow for that one.
you spoke your mind.
I did speak my mind, and I know I got a little passionate.
Well,
Hey.
that's what this
Shows you
podcast
care.
is about.
I do care. I care about every American.
And see, that's what I like about this podcast, is the fact that we are speaking our mind. We're
Right.
giving our opinions. As
Uh,
Brian said a few episodes ago, we'd love to have somebody
With
sit
with,
here and
with
debate.
a completely opposite point of view of mine.
Right.
Because I want to hear what you think.
Right.
I want you to tell me how good of a job you think Joe's doing.
Right.
But you can't. But let's see what you bring up to the table.
Well, and that's the other reason why we do this live, is so we can obviously interact with you guys too.
Right. And look, I'm not saying you're a horrible human being if you're a Democrat. You're not. You're entitled to your opinions. So, with that being said, just because you're not a horrible human being for being a Democrat, you just have a different opinion than I
Right.
do. And that's what we said earlier. And that's what makes this country great.
Yep.
That we're allowed to have differences of opinions, and I love to hear yours. Please, I like the challenge. I would love to have a Democrat come in here and we debate.
Right.
It'd be great.
All right. Well, let's see. Ray, go Trump.
Okay, I knew Ray would say that.
He said that before Cry responded. Now, Cry also sent us the updated picture for one of the pieces of merch.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna grab my phone right now and
And then
show.
you're chugging the rest of that bottle, right?
Don't tempt me with a good time. But I will show you guys the picture so you guys can see our reactions. And this is something that will be up on the merch store soon.
I
Along with
I
the-
love our merch store.
Once
Along
this
with plethora
this
of
live
stuff.
stream ends, go and check out that merch.
I
If
love
you
our
guys,
merch store.
oh
I
Dan,
really
tell
do.
them if they order something, what to do.
All right. So, first things first. If you order anything from our store, once you receive it, please send us an email
Right.
with a picture of you in our merch. All right. Give us your socials, everything. We will
Not
tag
your social security, your
Not
social
yeah,
media.
exactly. Your social media and everything, and we will go ahead and tag you
On our
with
Twitter.
our posts and everything, and go from there. And we will tag us on our socials and everything too. We'll
Right.
put you up,
Definitely.
and we'll go from there.
Whatever way you can reach us, email, Twitter.
Right.
And we are thinking of a special gift for a few random customers.
Yes.
So we are going to go
Something one of
filter
one.
through.
Yeah.
Correct.
Something that we won't even have.
Right.
And once you get it, tag us.
With the up.
Hashtag up.
What?
You and Smoke podcast. What the hell did you write, Mike? I can barely read from over here.
UNS podcast. Just tag that. The rest of it's way too long. Thanks, Dan.
Yeah, there you go. What he said.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah.
He handles the
Yeah.
socials, so please.
Yeah.
And again, Cry, thank you for all the hard work you put into our merch
Yes,
store.
thank you,
I
thank
love
you.
it. I really
We
do
got
love it.
everything: glasses, cups, bottles, T-shirts, tapestry, covers.
Soon to be sippy cups.
Yeah, soon to be
sippy
sippy
cup. We got
cups.
stuff for your kids too.
Done.
Yeah, we're
Done.
even-
That's got to. We have to have one. We have to
Yes.
have that tagline
We're even
on
getting
one.
kids merch out there,
Yes.
which we'll make it kid friendly. Don't
Oh
worry.
yeah, you're gonna love it.
Don't worry, it will be kid friendly. Oh, that is nice. That is
Pass that on.
amazing. Look at that.
They have to wait. That'll most likely be
Just
up by
so
next
you know, be excited. We're not
Yes.
going to show you because that'll spoil it. And we want you to live on that a little bit.
Yeah, that's nice.
Maybe next podcast, if it's not already on the store, we might.
Yeah,
We might show it to
we
you.
got to give them something to want us to see us again next week. So
week. You
Well,
know what?
Maybe they'll, if you come back with some other funky piece of clothing, that's.
oh, it's either gonna be a shirt or shorts, maybe socks.
Now I will say
Nobody
this
can see
too.
those, though.
I will say this too. In honor of
Yes.
Glenn, over here, some of the merch will have some funky stuff on it too.
Right. We even have a retro theme.
Ooh,
Yes.
yeah,
which
yeah,
is-
yeah.
which is- I
That
love
retro
it.
logo, by the way, guys, is on the pint glass, the coffee cup,
Mhm.
and the steel tumbler.
Right. And if there is anything that you would want specifically done, let us know. Maybe we could put some of those options.
Right.
up.
Yeah,
if
we
enough,
wanna
if
hear-
enough people want it, we could definitely look
Yeah.
into it.
Absolutely. And we will eventually be doing limited runs of stuff too.
Definitely.
And
Once
don't
we get up
forget,
there.
we're still doing that Road to 100 giveaway too. So
Right.
something from that merch
Right.
store, that, like that 101,
Yes.
that might be one of those gifts. We don't know yet.
And we are looking for sponsors, ideas, stuff like that. Something to, help the podcast so we can grow, give you guys better content, better quality, stuff like that. Cigars, bottles. If you have suggestions, even the suggestions are
on
a form
topics.
of it. Yeah, anything.
topics too.
Anything you guys want to see us discuss or talk about, definitely put in
Just
there
trust
and
me,
let us
I mean,
know.
I'll never not have topics because the government always screws up.
Yeah.
And if there's certain topics that you want us to spend a whole episode on too,
Right.
feel free.
Right.
Yeah, please do. We have our social medias down below. So put it on our Twitter. Let
There
us know.
are links in the About tab.
And that does not count for our two producers back there who have the biggest shit-eating grins on their faces right now.
I want a whole stream about why alcohol is tea.
Well, what?
Why alcohol is tea.
And
Well,
cereal is soup.
Well, I guess, that would be our last episode of forever then.
yeah.
But when we do hit our 100th goal, our 100th subscriber goal, we will definitely make it an event.
Yeah, we'll definitely do something nice.
Yeah.
So
Something.
get us there, guys.
Definitely like, share, subscribe,
Hit that
If
thumbs
you
up
haven't,
button.
all of that good
Because
stuff.
I think it's time for us to say goodnight, gentlemen. What do you think?
Yes.
At
it
100,
is.
Dan's also gonna shave his beard.
That's gonna be at 1,000.
There's no number for me to shave mine off, so stop looking at me.
Hey Glenn, how much to shave your head?
What?
Shave your head.
I'll quit before I shave my hair.
Bye.
Exactly.
See you later.
Cancel.
All right, hear that? At 100, all three of them are shaving.
Oh.
No, I already shaved my head,
No.
and I am not shaving this
Wait.
beautiful beard.
Wait, hold on. He said that no number will have him shave it, right?
Huh?
The 1,000,000th subscriber mark.
No. I will
Yeah.
not shave this beard off.
Yeah, stand on your square. bro.
11.
Huh?
11.
I will not shave. And I repeat, not shave this beard off.
Stand your ground, bro.
How about the rest of your hair? Arms, legs.
So turn.
You'll look like a newborn baby.
With a beard.
I look like a fat butterball turkey while I do it.
At 100, Dan's shaving his eyebrows.
Oh.
What?
First of all, Dan works in a retail environment. He'll always look surprised at that point.
They won't
You
even
want to
think,
buy what?
they don't even think you work there. Who the hell hired this maniac?
Hey, actually, that might work to my favor because if people want to speak to me.
Keep your beard, shave the eyebrows.
It would look like your face is upside down at that point.
By the way, your damn humidor is still going off beeping.
All right, I don't think shaving off hair is a good idea here.
I
All
say
right.
the 1,000,000th subscriber.
All right.
We're on the road to 100. We already have the idea for that.
Right.
What do you guys want to do for 1,000?
Ooh.
You dye your
There's
hair.
got to be something. Yeah,
Oh.
dye your hair. I'll dye my beard if you dye your hair.
My hair's dyed already.
No, like something funky.
All right,
Purple.
all right.
Hot pink.
But that's for us. What do we do for them?
All right. Well,
Merch.
it'll be a surprise.
All right, we'll come up with something. They won't
Let's-
know what it is, but
Let's put it this way.
Of course they won't know. Well,
Once we
let's-
get
let's
past
let
that
it a
100,
surprise.
the 100 subscriber mark, we will tell you what you get for being, or what you have the chance of winning.
yes.
Yeah,
If you guys
right.
share this video and like it, our algorithm goes up and more people be able to see the video. The more you guys like it.
So, that being said, everybody have a fantastic rest of your week and an amazing night.
Ciao.
This is it for us at Up in Smoke Podcast. Be safe and Godspeed.
Absolutely. Good night, everyone.